cummed. Oh, guys, I cummed. Billy Joel.
That's how we ended the song?
Yeah. That's silly Billy Joel.
Silly Billy
Our
Joel.
new character we invented.
He is so silly.
So we have Silly Billy Joel, Hannibal Laughter, and the Flaming Lisps
Lisps.
are our three parody characters.
Solidly based on the names alone.
Oh, man.
Welcome to the afternoon drive time edition of the Bone Zone.
Hope you guys are...
We got gifts here.
We'll
start off right at the front.
We'll open some presents. If this is your first time visiting, welcome to the Bone Zone. You are at the top of your heap, and I'm Brendon Walsh, and across from me is Randy Liedtke.
Hello.
And Davey Joneston.
Hi.
Do you ever go by Davey Joneston? So maybe you could get some of that monkey's pussy. Monkey
sometimes,
pussy.
Yeah. Sometimes I go after that monkey pussy.
And on fuck, dude.
That's awesome.
We got a Hillary Clinton stand-up doll.
Cardboard. Look, she got crazy eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
And she's dressed for success.
She should stand right next to that bitch behind you.
Okay.
Oh, that's much easier. I just assumed it would be like hard to put together. Like you would
man.
need X-Acto knives and tools.
Yeah,
and things.
airplane glue and stuff.
Let's keep this party going. Here we got another one. This one is a small little letter package.
Ooh. So for those of you
all
just
about
listening to the
packages.
podcast, this part's really boring for you.
It's the best part for us though.
Yeah.
Because we have an Amazon wish list. And people buy us really silly stuff.
I like the cardboard cutout idea. That's actually probably cheaper than the mannequins.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we could get... Yeah, maybe we could find...
Get some more obscure people in there.
Yeah, get like a Tom Selleck.
They have some good, I looked at the list of cardboard cutouts, and that's the one I chose. I don't want to put more than one on there. But they have some good historical figures.
She's in bed with anonymous bitch.
Austin Brown just sent us Bone Up on Skeleton Science, the Bone Zone.
Oh, has a cool logo, too.
Yeah, that's a really cool logo.
Oh, that's awesome.
We should just borrow that.
We could maybe steal that. That's
No,
our
borrow.
logo.
There you go, yeah.
Borrow.
We'll steal the fuck out of it, and we'll play Metallica. We'll sell Metallica songs. That's another thing. We're going to be selling Metallica songs for 5 cents a piece on my website.
full CDs that we hand burn and
All right,
write on.
I'm going to throw this to Randy.
Okay, I'm gonna catch.
Okay, see if Randy can catch this.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy! All right, went a little crazy.
Wow, that was wild.
So yeah, this is the Bone Zone. Me, Randy Liedtke, Davey Johnson. I'm Brendon Walsh, and as always, Red Band on the 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s, and
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton
Clinton's
as
joining us.
my backup in case I say anything litigious. Hillary will
Whisper in your
She used
ear.
to be a lawyer, so she knows.
She's going to sue the fuck out of us.
She's not going to sue us. She's fucking.
She's going to keep us from being sued.
I want to know which one of you guys zipped up the girl's boobs so the boobs wouldn't show on the sweater.
I did because I'm facing it the whole time, and I don't want to be like...
There's dirty mannequins
I don't
in the
wanna,
studio.
I don't want to be talking into 2 microphones.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're insinuating your boner would be like a microphone? Holy
Well,
shit,
I mean,
this
it
is all
does,
wrapped.
It does increase my...
Remember we got a book one time that was wrapped like this.
Oh, man.
Do you think this is another book?
I hope it's another book.
Do we have more
It's too
books?
big to be a book.
Who's it for? Does it say? Oh, Randy's doing a list.
Oh, there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's a note on it.
Okay.
What does it say?
It says, "I cannot believe Randy still hasn't received this. The one thing he said he needed."
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. There's a girl parts in there.
It's in a weird box.
You have to take that ribbon off.
Oh my gosh, this is so complicated. You know what?
Cut it with the knife. Cut the ribbon with the knife.
You're sending it back.
Bruce Banner, that shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send it back.
Send
It's
it back.
Too
You
hard.
can't
to
Cut the
open it.
ribbon with the knife.
Oh, I put the knife back in there.
Oh, I got it.
Uh-oh.
All right. This is eating up valuable podcast time.
I know.
We're over our present opening allotment.
Podcasting doesn't grow on trees.
There was I just did some shows in Vancouver, Canada, at the Comedy Mix.
It's a potato peeler.
Oh.
I can peel potatoes.
There's I have to give a shout out. I forget his last name. A guy named Mark. He said he was chatting with you on Facebook one time. Mark Nesbitt or something. Or
Oh, someone sent me a message that said, "Remind Brendon to talk about the gift I gave.
Well, he
him.
gave me pot in Vancouver. He gave me a nice one-hitter loaded. I turned it into the police, so he's probably...
Good idea.
I'm a foreign country. I can't be accepting illegal drugs. I mean, obviously, I acted all cool about it, but as soon as he left, I took his picture of his license plate and
Wise.
called
Very
the
wise.
cops.
You're
I left
responsible.
the one-hitter thing on the ground.
Yeah.
And the cops came. They had to cordon off the whole area.
Did you draw a little chalk outline around
I
it?
drew a chalk outline around the one-hitter. So, Mark, hopefully you can listen to us while you're in Canadian prison. Canadian prison's probably not that bad, right?
It's probably like
know.
Mexican prison, whereas you're kind of free to come and go if you want. But it's a lot less stressful.
Well,
Yeah.
their
Even.
system seems a lot looser than ours because you saw that video of the guy doing the Bohemian Rhapsody in the back of the
Yeah,
Canadian
I
cop
saw
car.
that.
He wasn't like cuffed or anything. They let him go through his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were very like, all right, come on. You know, they weren't like pushy.
It's no secret Canadians are very polite and pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I noticed. I watched that video of the guy singing Bohemian Rhapsody, and I was struck by the fact that he wasn't handcuffed. I mean, that's pretty chill law enforcement.
Yeah.
Like
I
here, you just fucking look at a cop wrong, and he puts a zip tie behind your back and smashes your face onto the ground.
Yeah.
Well, I had a friend
that's
yesterday.
Big cities too, you know.
A friend yesterday on his Facebook status, a friend of mine who has diabetes. This is important to the story. He was pulled over because the cop thought that he was texting while driving. He had a pack of cigarettes in his hand, and the cop wrote the ticket on the way to approach him about what had happened. And he was like, "No, it's a cigarette pack.
Yeah.
It's not my cell phone." He was like, "Well, tell it to the judge because he already wrote the ticket." and then my friend's like shaking a little bit because he was going to eat because of his diabetes. So he was kind of
And he's a
having
human and he
tremors.
needs food.
Yeah. And the cop was like, "Hey, why are you shaking?" He was like, "A, I got diabetes, and B, I'm always nervous around cops, to be honest. It's just what people are, and so it's not helping out."
Yeah.
He's like, "Get out, I got it." So he made him get out and take even longer before the guy could make himself healthy.
Yeah.
Made him do the whole sobriety thing, and then when he couldn't prove that he had was drunk, the cop got really angry, and my friend approached him and was going to say something to him, and the cop cut him off and was like, "I don't need to hear anything from you." Got into his car, slammed the door, and drove off.
Wow, what a dickhead.
Yeah, I mean that's
sucks.
So let's
but now
all-
my friend's stuck with this ticket. He has to like go argue to a judge like
That he had a pack of cigarettes and not a phone, and
yeah.
the cop was a cocksucker.
Yeah.
Well, he has the cocksucker cops. Like, the cop's going to have to go to jail. Hopefully, let's all just put some thought, positive thoughts out in the universe that hopefully that cop gets shot
That
in the
cop-
face.
Whoa, all right, stop. No. Let's not have another bone zone that we have to edit and take down.
Not a
and-
negative thought. He's saying a positive thought.
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
Oh,
no,
okay,
a very flowery. Think about
Where-
flowers and clouds.
Where did this happen, Davey? In Los Angeles?
this happen in Los Angeles?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I just don't like those fucking bully cops. And when I was saying get shot in the face, I meant by like paparazzi should start following him around and taking pictures
Taking
of
lots
him and
pictures.
like
stealing.
if people want to walk up to him and blow loads on him. That would be like a weird form of harassment, like
Yeah, when I
just
say-
following people, like trying to come on them.
That's what I mean by emptying my gun into your face.
Yeah.
Is literally just coming on your face.
It's probably one that ends in not the way you hoped every time. You're like trying to come, but you can't, and then it's just even more embassing because you weren't
Yeah.
able to.
Well, then you have to keep following them for
Yeah,
longer.
And it's like, what are you trying to do? You'll see.
You masturbate so much, you just have little quoths, little dick
Little
farts, little.
Yeah, it's like a cartoon exhaust.
Yeah.
And it laughs like Ernie.
Yeah.
What have you
That's
been
a
up to,
real
Brendon?
sneaky
You were out of
wiener.
town for a while.
Well, I was at the Comedy Mix in Vancouver, and
Awesome,
it was
awesome.
great. It's a great club, and thanks to everybody who came out. There were some boneheads there. I met
Oh,
a
awesome.
handful of you, and there's probably pictures of us on your Facebook pages that I untagged. So just go to your
I
own Facebook
probably-
page. And no, I didn't untag any of the photos. I don't think. And so Comedy Mix, I was there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I went down to Seattle
Awesome.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and did a show at a bar called the Connor Byrne Pub. And it was fantastic. Everybody who came out to that, there were some boneheads there too. And
Oh, cool.
Did you just?
It was
do
fucking
one
great.
night? Just one show there?
yeah, just one show on Monday. We slapped it together real quick. I was
Wow.
taking a trip to Seattle to see somebody that it didn't work out, and it was this woman who I met online, and then she turned out to be a dude. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, it's a dude, and we made out.
Yeah, you still tried to.
I mean, I
make the best
still
of
tried
it.
to because I was all excited about having sex.
You
but
showed me pictures of her, and she has a full beard.
It looked like a
And
chick.
she's wearing a men's suit.
It was wishful thinking.
Yeah.
No, but the trip to Seattle was great. I wasn't hanging out with anybody. I just thought it'd be a fun stop. I love Seattle, and we just slapped this show together at the last minute, and 60 people came out.
That was a
Randy's
good turnout.
brother was one of them.
My brother was there, yeah.
His brother Emil Nitrate.
Nitrate. My brother was super excited about it. He was like, "Brendon's such a nice guy."
How did he respond
Yeah, we
to
had
the show
fun.
afterwards?
I was really excited to meet him.
Yeah, he
was
said
"Hey,
he's a nice guy. Don't he didn't care for your act.
Oh yeah.
a little too
JK,
vulgar.
JK.
Too
So-
vulgar.
No, he seemed to have fun, and his friend had fun. And
Yeah, the guy that went with him was his freshman year in college roommate. They met randomly, and every weekend he went home to have sex with his high school girlfriend.
Your brother?
No, my brother's roommate. So my brother didn't really get to bond with him that much that first year, but now they're really good friends. They live in the same town currently.
And they go and have sex with girls every weekend.
Yeah, they go to random comedy shows and they have sex with different girls.
Was your brother married?
Married, 2 kids, and they just got pregnant with twins. He's gonna have 4 kids.
Fuck.
Pretty wild.
Yeah, you guys. There's a resemblance.
We
There's
both
a
have
family.
bright red cheeks.
You meant resentment. There's a resentment.
Yeah, I resent him just as much as I resent you.
Oh no.
No, he's a very jolly fellow. He's good. Jolly. That's
He's a comedy fan. He loves
that's good.
comedy. Yeah, he loves you. He thinks you're great.
It was a fun show. It was really good. And then we went to. Your brother didn't come along. I got a little drunk during over the
show?
course of the show.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I was a little nervous. People were there. And I was like, oh no, I have to do a good job. So I, just drank some alcohol, and then we went to this bar, Linda's in Capitol Hill, which is the last place Kurt Cobain was seen alive. And then I had I don't know, didn't have many more drinks, but wound up I had to lay down on a bench, and then I got a ride home back
Cool.
to my hotel, and then I ate pizza and woke up in all my clothes.
That's awesome.
It was great.
That sounds really fun.
So big shout out to the Couve and to Seattle for supporting.
I've never stopped in Seattle for. I've driven by it, but that's the only time I've ever seen Seattle in person. I've never actually been in Seattle, and I always feel.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Have you been to San Francisco?
I've been to
Oh,
San
of course.
Francisco,
Do you visit your friend San Francisco Wig Davey?
Davey? Yeah, that's where I discovered
How's he
him.
doing?
He's doing okay. The hostel that he was staying in kicked him out because he popped one of the air mattress floors. Intentionally, he was
Right,
doing it.
of course.
He's just being a dick.
Yeah.
And so he keeps texting me pictures of just after he gets peed on the street all the time.
Oh.
He gets peed on the street. He's known for somebody because he's that's how he makes money. He lets people pee on him for
I didn't know that.
for $25. And so
not
he's
bad, though.
He's big in the fetish.
pricey.
He's big in the fetish community. But then also people just pee on him because they assume that he's just.
Like a urinal?
Yeah, he
Human
assumes it's
urinal.
local flavor. Go pee on.
That'd
San
be
Francisco
that'd
Wig
be an
Davey.
okay job if you were in a beach community because there's showers. There's public showers everywhere.
But unfortunately, apparently, his girlfriend and he are having troubles. She's pregnant and
Carly.
Carly?
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Carly.
right. She was pregnant last time, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's
They
still
thought-
pregnant.
Okay.
Yeah, she's still pregnant. And I don't know, Hey! Oh, what's this?
Was that San Francisco Wig Davey?
What was that?
I don't know what that was.
What was that? Who was that?
San Francisco Wig Davey calling in.
Was that,
No, I don't know. I don't know.
was that a caller?
I think
Clean up your fucking show.
Oh, is this somebody on the phone or is this a
Duncan
recording?
Kids listen to this shit, you fucking asshole. My fucking kids listening to this shit right now, you fucking
Hey,
talking
listen.
about
Hey,
fucking
listen.
anybody.
Listen. Calm down, buddy. I don't know who the fuck this is,
Hey,
but
fuck you, man. My fucking kids listen to your fucking show.
Yeah, your
He's
kids are probably
pissing all
mouth
over
breathers.
he pissed all over his fucking grandmother because you fucking sickos are talking about water sports till you're fucking blue in the face.
Well, maybe you need to practice some better parenting and monitor what your kids are watching, fucko.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be a cop to my fucking kids. That's smart. Just monitor everything they fucking do until they feel like little prisoners in their own house. No, I don't. You don't tell me how to raise my fucking kids, you goddamn pervert, you fetish fuck.
What are you, some kind of like fucking hippie asshole with a life partner or something? And you like raise a couple adopted fucking third world losers and now you want them to be cool or something?
Basically, here's the flaw in your argument. You're telling us not to tell you how to raise your kids, but basically our program's raising your kid and you're telling us how to raise your kid. Why don't you just raise your kid?
You're telling us how to raise our kid on your... I'm sorry.
I don't want to hear
Wait, what happened?
Oh, no.
assholes. Don't try to slant shit to fit your liberal
Whoa, now you're
vibes
using
about
racial
raising my
terminology.
fucking kids. You
I
guys
don't
are
appreciate your
jerking each
slurs
other
for
off. I
Asians,
could
sir.
imagine it right now. I could see your hard pink cock sticking out of your fucking pants, and you guys are just rubbing your hard,
Wait,
veiny
sir,
cock.
That's where you're wrong.
Sir,
Is
My
your child
cock
in the
whip-
room?
Yeah, are your kids in the room while
Maybe
you're
this
saying
is
these
the
things?
problem, yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
I take
yeah,
umbrage.
Whoa, you know, don't tell me how to raise my kids. If I want to talk about your hard, veiny fucking cocks in front of my kids, I'll do it.
So
you
what-
Listen,
fucking perv.
Here's where I take umbrage. You said my cock was pink. It hasn't been pink for years. It's been browned with the tanning of most mass masturbation.
Yeah. And so,
What's umbrage?
it's a soccer,
Offense.
a
It's
soccer
offense.
brand.
It's a more Shakespearean form of offense.
It's a
to be
cereal.
taken.
It's a fiber-rich cereal that you should feed to your kids and let them shit in your mouth every morning.
Don't tell me what to feed my fucking kids. I feed my kids steaks and bacon and fucking hardcore protein products. And that's not what I called to talk about. My kids' fucking diet. I called to talk about you sick fucks in your dirty fucking show, talking about pissing on each other and how it's fun to piss and jerk off your
No, it's
friends.
not.
Have you ever tried it?
Yeah, I piss all over my fucking friends, but I don't have a show about it.
You could do it. You just have to. Here's what you need to do. You need to get a RSS feed, and then you need a feed
Hold
burner.
on. Let me get a pen.
Okay,
a pen.
so-
Right. It's real easy.
So you need a blog basically to put the audio
You can
file
go through
onto
like
an
a Tumblr
RSS
or whatever,
feed,
or
and then you'll
something that
need to
has, like,
route that feed
Then
to
on
you
iTunes
have
you
to
can
take
post it.
feed
Well, then you have to
iTunes
you
and give
record
them
it
kind
and
of
then
like
burn
burner,
it,
mixer,
and then
the
the
feed
feed
burner.
burner.
It sends it to
Good
iTunes.
microphone.
iTunes has to approve
Actually,
it. It takes
any
a little
microphone.
while.
No, you
Like,
should really look
if you
at
want to have
problem
guests,
with
you're
the
going
RSS
to
A
need
good
to
logo
Sometimes
doesn't
it's
hurt.
pick up
Have a
on
good
the
logo.
But
Have a good
people, a lot of people
slogan.
don't have iTunes. Refer them to
And then-
Tumblr.
and a porn
Amazon
star girlfriend.
affiliates program.
And then just remember to rate and review.
Yeah.
Got it.
got
Okay, thanks a lot, you guys. Have a great show.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Thank
Okay,
you
thanks,
very
sir.
much. Thanks for listening.
Wow, that was a crazy caller, man.
Yeah, that guy is real nuts.
We're if you guys, we'll let you in on the gag. That was Duncan Trussell,
DT.
DT. Where is he? Is he on the road with Joe?
He leaves tonight, so I don't know.
He's just in his stupid fucking coward house.
He's in his coward shelter.
Yeah. He's cowering in his coward fucking shack. Well, cool, man.
His swampy basement.
Thanks for calling in.
That's what I call my ass.
Yeah.
Oh,
Duncan has a podcast too. It's pretty lame. It's called like
Yeah.
Getting Down with the Dunkster or something.
Yeah,
it's
It's
getting
like-
done with dunk.
I think it's called the Alive
or the
Post
slam.
should
Society.
call
Oh, he
it-
changed it to Slam Dunks.
They should call it. They should call it dunkster diving.
Oh, very good.
Oh,
Yeah.
drunk and trust me is what I like.
Dunkston checks in.
So there's some new names.
These are all much better names.
Yeah.
That Duncan can use.
in the Duncan Trussell Family Hour, which is really what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Nah. It's actually a good podcast.
Weren't you
It
just
is.
on
He's,
it?
he's interesting to listen to.
I was
like
just
him.
on it. I wasn't pleased with it. I was really depressed, and all we talked about was credit card debt.
Oh.
But he said it was good. He said it was fun. I mean, it was fun. I like Duncan's one of my favorite people in the world. He's
He's a
fun
beautiful
guy.
angel.
He's a
Yeah, he's
beautiful
wonderful.
angel straight from heaven.
I love listening to him speak.
Yeah, and
I also like being around him, but listening
He's
to
so
him speak
smart.
I like as well. Yeah,
That's
he's
like
very
something
smart.
about him that you may not know.
He's smart
Yeah.
and he's conscious about stuff that's going on, like politically and environmentally and things like that. It's kind of rare for people to be concerned outside themselves like Duncan is.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, he just regurgitates books and news and stuff like that.
But I can honestly say I've only read a few books in my life, so
Pretty much what
someone who
professors
can read
do.
that's like a great achievement.
Have you really, like, if you had to guess how many books you've read in your life, can you put a vague number on it? Ballpark?
I can nail it.
Books for fun or books for school?
Any
All
type
together?
of books. If I had to read a book for a class and then my test depended on it, I would fail that class miserably.
Okay.
I try in high school. I watched the movie Huck Finn instead, and I failed the test. I actually got caught cheating during the test because I was like, the movie's way different.
Thomas,
turns out.
Then Pink's.
No, it's Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood.
Oh,
was
man,
in it.
that was
Wasn't
a
Jonathan
pretty new
Taylor Thomas
version.
one of them?
I wish it was.
I watched both versions. Either way, I got caught cheating.
Yeah.
And then in college, I was dating a girl who just loved to read, and she thought I was so stupid because I had never read a book.
She was.
So I said, I said, pick a book. I'll show you I can read. And she picked two, and I read them both. And I was like, go ahead, ask me questions about them. And she was like, well, I don't know. And then I was like, I would just quote stuff to her. And she's like, I don't remember reading it. It's been a long time. And I was like, well, I love it.
What
It's
book
great.
was it?
They didn't even count. They were David Sedaris books.
Oh, they're good.
They're good, but
they're
they're
easy read.
They're just a whole bunch of short stories.
Does it?
Yeah,
do you
essays.
think? Well, I mean, I think that still counts. Like I love reading stuff like
Yeah.
that. I mean, it's all words on a page that was sold and bound.
Yeah.
You
And then
know?
last winter, I read 2 more books. So I've read 4 books.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
4 books total.
Read
Do you do a lot of reading, Brendon?
I haven't lately.
You get busy, and it's kind of hard to pick up a book.
It is. I read Moshe Kasher's book.
Yeah.
That was good. Kasher in the Rye. That's out. So if you want to buy that, it's a funny book. But,
Yeah, I heard it's great.
It's great. Moshe Kasher, Kasher in the Rye. Catcher in the Rye I read in high school, and just like every other teenage boy, that like really spoke to me because I was surrounded by phonies.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
other-
I just bought a comic book when I was in Seattle called Glenn and Henry Forever.
Huh.
It's about Glenn Danzig and Henry Rollins in like a gay relationship.
They did an
So
art
funny,
an
dude.
art installation at Meltdown that was all around that that book.
It's
Wow.
it's pretty
Yeah.
funny. It's like a $5 or $6 book. It's
Not
it's
Meltdown it.
small. It's
Yeah.
it's just funny. It's like a bunch of different people drew these scenarios of Glenn Danzig and Henry Rollins. And the funniest thing, well, I mean, some of them are really funny, but on the back there's a quote from Henry Rollins that says, has Glenn seen, it says from Henry Rollins, it says, has Glenn seen this? Trust me, he will not be amused.
You ever walk by Danzig's house on Franklin?
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
haunted. It looks
Oh,
like the
it's
kind of
crazy.
place he would live.
Well, I think he owns the 2 of them, and the one now has that big eviction fence thing around.
Well, yeah, it looks like it's
Oh,
so
that's his?
overgrown that it looks
Publicly.
like he leaves from the roof. you
Yeah,
know?
it's
Like,
always got
how
that.
do you get in
the
there?
porch light's always on. It looks freaky. It's wonderful.
I wonder what would happen if you went and knocked on his door. He'd probably just knock you the fuck out, right?
I don't know.
You'd drive a motorcycle out the front door over top of you.
Yeah.
And
When I said the art thing was at Meltdown, I meant Wacko. It was at Wacko.
Oh yeah, that place.
I
They
saw-
always have good art installations.
speaking of
Yeah.
comedy books, I remembered another book I read. I read the Comedy by Numbers.
Oh, I never
Yeah.
read it.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's
I got
about
it.
numbers.
I never.
It's basically like a book that teaches you how to do comedy.
It's Eric Hoffman, right?
Yeah, it's like it basically plays out every type of comedy there really is, and then after you read it, it's a joke. But then after you read it, you're like, this really is
Really did
every
help.
scenario that could possibly create comedy. They cover everything,
Yeah.
so it is actually kind of true.
Mike Upchurch wrote his master's thesis. Mike Upchurch wrote for the Chris Rock Show and Mr. Show.
Mr. Show.
He's an Emmy-winning white writer. So
White writer.
white writer.
For the Chris Rock Show, we just have
Yeah.
to make sure we clarify.
And his whole master's thesis was on sketch comedy. And so I read his thesis or it wouldn't be dissertation, but it's it's kind of like Comedy by Numbers where
Thesis, I think. It's
Yeah.
thesis, yeah.
A thesis.
A thesis. I read his feces.
Ooh.
It's like tea leaves.
But it's one of
He
those
just
things
poops on
where-
a plate and he
It's one of
tells you
those-
your future.
It's one of those things that's so dry, and it reminds me of Comedy by Numbers.
Dry
and
feces.
hilarious, dry feces. and by the end, you do know a lot more about it, and you're like, oh yeah, that does make sense. You should put it together like that. I was gonna say, I've been reading like the Michael Palin diaries. I've been reading the volume 2 that someone sent. But I've been trying to catch, because there's a lot of kind of I've never read Catcher in the Rye until recently. Never had to read it in school. Read like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, all
What are
those
all those
typical ones.
noises?
But the other day, The other day I went into a bookstore shopping for
A book.
classics I haven't had.
Ding, ding, ding.
And the clerk told me I could buy Catch 22, but I couldn't read it.
That's pretty good.
Moment of meditation.
Books. Am I right? I can read enough to survive. It's not that I can't read. I just don't.
Like signs and such.
Yeah.
I know when to stop.
Caution, danger, yield.
It helps that there's colors and shapes that go along with them, but
Yeah. I just know the name of the sign. I don't know what it says.
that's a stop sign. I wish I could read
Yeah.
it.
What the fuck does that stop
I don't
sign
know
say?
what it says.
Speaking of stop signs, have you guys done any breaking the law shit lately?
Oh,
good question.
We have.
Yeah.
We put up.
For those of you who don't know, Randy and Davey, under their name, the Door Knockers, have a podcast called Breaking the Law.
with the door knockers.
Yeah, they're five. Maybe the longest one is like 14 minutes. So 5 to 15 minute episodes where we record them on Davey's iPhone on the run as we break actual laws.
Break actual laws. And then you can hear kind of the environmental sounds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of times when we do it in Hollywood, there's a lot of cop sirens that go off, so it gives it this kind of like gritty Martin Scorsese 70s New York feel.
You picture it like it's all pitch black. There's like a spotlight searching for us. We're both wearing beanies and smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, trash cans are knocked over. We're in an alleyway.
It's fucking wild.
We have to come up with some new laws. Do you want to talk about some of the
most
recent ones you did?
The most recent one we posted, a bomb threat, features hilarious
Kinane.
Kyle Kinane.
Yeah, he didn't know.
Well, just listen to it.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Road rage, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, it's just like a conversation while we're driving and having road rage.
A little bit of road rage.
And then, what other one?
We did
a vandal
graffiti. We did some street art.
Yeah, talk about that one, because you sent me a photo of this, and we'll show it.
And if you're a cop, this is all theater.
This is all. We have to say for legal reasons that we didn't actually break the law.
Yeah, and if you're
if you believe us, great, because that statement's true. If you don't believe us, be entertained, because maybe we did break the law.
yeah, but also
Probably we did.
Listen, it's all theater, and that covers my ass, even though we really did it.
Legally,
that statement is also theater.
We're basically verbally signing a contract that we didn't break the law. Who knows if we broke that verbal contract before we told you?
Yeah, there's an ad for a TV show called Client List starring Jennifer Love Hewitt, and her breasts are so exposed. And actually, I heard that they had to Photoshop it even more because her boobs were way too big.
Right.
They had to
And
bring
they were
them down?
like, those are way too big. So they had to.
They're way
adjust
too
them
Hewitt right now.
Yeah, they're fucking Hewitt.
Yeah.
And but still, one boob looks like it's almost all the way out.
Yeah, it's like it's missing a nipple.
Yeah. So what I did was I drew a nipple on it.
Oh.
And it's not very
It's
good.
a weird placement for a nipple.
Well, Randy had to do it in a hurry because
I was belly to belly with her.
because that particular
It's
location.
a weird place for a nipple. You're right.
The particular location of that bus ad is in a very busy intersection in Hollywood, so we had to.
Yeah, listen to that episode's called Graffiti.
You can hear how we.
And it's one of my new favorite ones.
Supposedly
Because
did
we were
it.
pretty slick about it.
That's pretty good.
How we supposedly did it was pretty clever.
The opposite of we did public urination after one of these podcasts.
I think
and we were
that
pretty
was funny.
obvious.
We were very obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a good one. I listened to it. You
yeah.
can hear lots of pee
Lots of-
on the
It's
ground.
kind of like, it's a little bit gruesome.
I was surprised that I actually
Very
got
visceral.
through it. I was able to pee through it because usually I'd get all like no.
You freeze up.
Get all frozen.
Maybe it's
bladder.
just cameras. You love microphones.
I love
your dick perks
yeah.
up.
Yeah. My big, according to Duncan, my pink dick,
Your
just
pink
veiny
dick.
cock.
veiny leather.
Yeah, so
cock.
breaking the law with the door knockers.
It's on iTunes.
It's on iTunes.
If you don't, a lot of people say that they don't have iTunes. Someone said, what they say, like,
Who cares? It's up there, and we have a feed for it, and we have an RSS, so there's ways to get it. Even if you just listen to it on your computer, it's really short. So, and not.
what was that?
Sorry,
What was
that was my throat.
Is that somebody on the phone again? We should have a traffic reporter since this is an afternoon drive time.
Oh yeah. Is there any?
We're doing this during
Sig
rush
alerts?
hour
there any
in
sig alerts?
Los Angeles. Is that? Oh, I think we got.
Hey, Brendon.
Oh, hey, what's up, Randy in the sky?
I'm in the Bone Zone copter, And we're also sponsored by Mountain Dew. Sirens came on for a second.
Yeah.
It's hard to pull someone over in the sky.
Yeah.
Not very useful, these sirens. But I'm high above the 110 right now. That's in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah. How's it looking?
It's far away. We got a little too high up here.
Does everybody look like ants?
Yeah. It looks like the 110 is crowded with specks and dots. Wide open, though. It's wide open if you go up to the 405. Sorry, it sounds like my main engine is dying out.
Oh no! Are you okay?
That's fine. We'll just switch over to the other engine just real quick. Sorry about this. This is very unprofessional. Oh, this is not. Oh, that's the Wonka motor.
Oh no! Somebody's shooting at you.
No, I think that's my typewriter.
Wait, Davey's in
hello,
his copter
Brendon,
next
Randy.
to you. Oh, yeah.
Hello, Brendon, Randy.
Yeah, Davey.
This is Davey on the ground. I'm stuck in my Nissan Davey. I'm stuck on Arroyo Parkway, almost about to turn into the Pasadena Highway. It's wall-to-wall traffic. I'm stuck here. There's a blue Toyota Prius right in front of me. He refuses to move.
What's all that glass?
There's a guy on a motorcycle just drove by. He made a good choice in vehicular transport because the motorcycles, as you know, during rush hour, can go between cars. It's legal in the state of California. But if you're trying to get into Hollywood or to Los Angeles, the downtown area, I don't recommend the Pasadena Freeway.
Hey, look! Look up,
trying-
Randy. Are you flying over Davey right now?
Hey, Brendon. Yeah, I think what is that? Nissan Davey? I believe I see that. We're flying really low right now.
Nissan Davey is what Davey drives.
There's a helicopter flying really low close to me. It looks like an engine's gone out.
Oh no! Yeah, that's Randy.
That's Randy?
Yeah,
Hey,
can you hear him?
Davey.
Hey, Randy!
Are you right below me?
Yes, I can hear you.
That's crazy. I'm training a new pilot. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Oh man! Is it Cameron? You're training
There's
Cameron?
somebody at the door,
Yeah.
guys. I gotta get the doorbell. You guys try not to crash on the Davey.
All right, I'm gonna land on top of you. Is that cool, Davey?
What's going on? There's this helicopter about to land right on top of me!
Oh my God, guys!
Hello.
Todd Barry just entered the studio.
Hello.
Hey.
This is cool.
Hello.
Oh, hey, man. We're both.
I'm freaked out.
Yeah.
Hey, this is
We're
Todd Barry.
We're twin berries.
Here in the here in the Bone Zone.
Yeah, just like.
So
Don't forget to watch me in The Wrestler.
yeah, you might have seen me in The Wrestler, or I'm also on Delocated.
I'm really over caffeinated right now. I'm just really jittery.
Well, guys, my sandwich is done, so I'm gonna go and get a hoagie. It's been real. All right,
Wow,
Todd Barry just
Barry.
came into the Bone Zone.
Was that Todd Barry?
Yeah, Davey, Randy, you guys missed it.
Yeah,
I'm in the ambulance headed to the hospital. I'm suffering from severe third-degree burns.
Oh no!
My left foot is no longer attached by bone or muscle. It's just the outer skin.
Oh,
on
Sorry
the
about
bottom
that, Davey.
side.
I picked him up
Ready?
like an eagle picking up a fish.
Oh,
and
nice.
accidentally dropped him.
My foot is dangling from my leg.
That's well, shit.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Bone Zone. That was our traffic report, so I hope that was helpful to anybody who's watching this live streaming in their car or a tour bus,
If you needed any kind of help,
or if you're
we're
in a
glad
Hummer
that
limo.
we can help you.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been in a Hummer limo?
No, I've only been in
man.
one type of limo, and it was an old one.
Yeah, that's all I've really been in too.
Super
Yeah.
old, like affordable, is what
Yeah.
my mom called it. This one's affordable.
I've never been in I've never been around limos, except
Except at family reunions.
weddings or funerals. Like there's some like funeral limos that take
Yeah.
like the people. But like I never rode around for fun in a wedding limo, but I did ride around for fun in a funeral limo.
Oh,
like
yeah.
after when they go to the reception where it's really sad dinner and everyone talks about a loved one and they're like, "Hey, we're giving fun limo rides outside to people.
Really?
So everybody goes and they're like, woo!
Hang out the
after
roof.
funeral, yeah.
He would have loved it. He
I-
should get
this
his
This is
limo.
what he wanted for me.
Stand in the fucking skylight.
Did you guys ever do limbo where at a rich person's house where they have a limousine that they use for a limbo bar?
The limo
yeah,
stick.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Jack
the
beat Nimbo.
limbo.
They hire strong men to pick it up.
They hire Lou Ferrigno and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh man, yeah. And if you fall, they drop it on your ass.
This
you guys-
is unacceptable behavior.
What is that?
There's a lot going on here.
There's a
today.
lot of noises.
We had one of the dances at my high school. It was like a tropical theme dance. Everyone dressed up in Hawaiian shirts and whatever. But they always had a limbo competition, and the same fucking Hawaiian chick won every year.
Ugh.
Yeah, she was just so flexible and shit.
What's a good ethnic slur for Hawaiians? There's got to be one, right?
Pineapple.
Let's make one up.
Okay.
I always say Hawaiian punch nipples for when girls have big tits.
Big tits.
Really?
How
But
about
that's not derogative, like pineapple heads.
well
Yeah.
on
Juice
on
heads.
Dog the Bounty Hunter he calls them ice heads.
Ice
No, but they're
heads?
people who smoke the synthetic form of crack called ice.
Okay.
I was in jail one time for I got arrested for DUI, but I wasn't drunk, and I was driving home from Shreveport, Louisiana, when I was living in Austin, and it's like a 6-hour drive. So like I'm not gonna get drunk before I drive for 6 hours, and I had an early flight the next day, so I had to leave after my show on Sunday night. And I did have a couple drinks with the staff. You know, like you hang out. I had like 2 or 3 drinks right after the show. I had like a drink during the show and then like 2 drinks after the show. And then got in my car and was driving back to Austin. And I had a Geo Metro, like a little 3-cylinder Geo Metro. And this cop pulled me over. I was going as fast as I could, which was 70. It was about as fast as it would go.
Still legal. Probably.
Still legal. And the cop pulls me over and he says, he's like, do you know why I pulled you over? I was like, no. And he says, you know, you were speeding. You were going like 80 miles an hour. And I said, well, could you please show me the radar gun? Because that would be a new record for this car. This has never gone over 70. And then he said, have you been drinking? And I said, no. He said, like, where were you coming from? I said, Shreveport. And he said, were you drinking? And this is where I said, no. I said, well, I had a drink at 8 o'clock during my show. And this was like 1 in the morning. Well, that's not going to help things. And, oh, my mom watches this. So I told the cop, yeah, I had like 1 drink at 8 o'clock in the evening. It's like 1 in the morning at this point. And he's like, okay, well, get out of the car, and and gives me all the sobriety tests. Excuse me. I always get choked up when I tell this story.
I know, it's
And
real
he gives
sad.
me all the sobriety tests, and I'm doing fine on them. Everything's fine. And he pulls out a breathalyzer, and he's like, okay, now blow into this. And everybody's always told me, don't ever fucking do that. Like, or just don't do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I'm not going to blow into that. Because I was worried. I was like, you know, I did have 3 vodka cranberries 4 hours ago. I don't know what the fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, you
know?
need to just take time until let them go to the police station and do
Well,
it.
I just never gave anything. But like the rule was, if you refuse the breathalyzer, then you're locked up, and that's it. And
Yeah.
so he locks me up, takes me to jail. This is in Longview, Texas, which is also the same town where Hands on a Hard Body was filmed. That documentary. Did you ever see
Oh,
that?
yeah.
It's
What
a
is
great.
that?
It's a great documentary
People-
where people it's a car dealership.
Put their hands on
And
a
you have
truck.
to stand with your hand on a truck.
Last
and
person
whoever is the last one there gets to keep the truck.
It's a great
And but
documentary.
it goes on. They stand there for like 150 hours.
Does
like
someone die?
people,
Yeah.
nobody dies.
Yeah.
Somebody
do they have,
may have.
Do they have bathroom breaks occasionally?
They do give them like every hour. I think they have 5 minutes to like,
Yeah.
you know.
But people are just like
move
going to their
around, sit
families
down
and they're
for a
like
minute.
crying and they're like, oh,
People lose their
I
minds.
don't know how to do that. Yeah, because they're not sleeping. And
Yeah,
stuff.
Hands on a Hard Body. We'll put that up on the Bone Zone.
Wish list.
No, that on the Red Bull site where you can go.
We'll stream it.
We'll stream it.
We'll have some screenings.
We'll stream it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll stream it live. So, so it was Longview, Texas, and they get me back to jail, and they impound my car, and everybody I was in jail with was, they just put me in a big cell with a bunch of fucking. They were all meth heads, but
Uh-huh.
like specifically ice, like the synthetic form of crack.
Yeah.
That never really caught on. I mean, I guess it did in some places.
Yeah.
Long story short, I mean, it was actually kind of like when I was getting checked in, like when the cop was filling out my shit, they ask you what you do for a living. I was like, I'm a comedian. And they had some prisoners, like, you know, cleaning up around the police station. And one of the guys, like, overheard me and goes, "You're a comedian?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You ever been on TV?" I was like, "Yeah, a couple times." He's like, "Oh, man, that's cool." And then, like, when they put me in the cell, that guy, like, came by and he's like, he's like, "Hey man, I got you an extra blanket and like an extra sandwich because I was on, you know, because I was a comedian."
Oh wow, you're like the local celebrity.
Yeah.
The
And then he's like, "Now laugh, motherfucker!
Now make me laugh.
celebrity, Yeah.
And then he made me suck his dick.
Yeah.
How many? You've told a couple jail stories. How many times have you been to jail?
Oh, that, and that was only just overnight. I had to, like, I was in jail, then I had to go to the judge, and
Yeah.
they said I had to get a bail bondsman. Everybody was pretty cool to me. There was another young cop in there who, like, I was like, "Well, who do I call?" He's like, "Well, we're not allowed to really tell you, like, recommend bail bondsman," and he just, like, pointed to a number on the desk.
Yeah.
And so I called a bail bondsman. I had to get my car out of impound. I don't remember setting a court date with the judge. Either way, it all got thrown out. Like, but even without even getting in trouble for anything, it cost me probably $2,000.
Oh jeez.
Like,
Because you had to pay for your car.
well, I had to get a
out.
lawyer. That was like $1,100 just to get a lawyer. It was like $300 to get my car out.
Yeah.
Another $300 for like an occupational license because I drove to all my gigs mostly, and so I needed that, and that cost $300 so I could be able to drive for work. There's probably a couple other little bullshit things
That
I'm
sucks.
forgetting about,
That's terrible.
but it got completely there was no evidence because I didn't blow into the thing, and what's going on? All they had was the dash cam footage of me doing the tests, and they were like, "Well, this guy seems fine. We're not going to prosecute."
They were
this."
like, "Sorry."
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
police.
They were like, "This dude's fucking cool and
Yeah.
handsome. We
They
should
should've
get him a
given you-
movie deal."
He cracked me
Yeah.
up 5 times.
Yeah,
So
a
they
two-picture deal. They gave you two of your police profiles.
It's not a bad. Actually, the mugshot's not bad. I should get a bigger version of it.
Have you seen the T.J. Miller mugshot from when he was?
Yeah, he's
pulled it
making
out
a
one time?
face.
Yeah,
I got a mugshot.
you do.
You have a copy of it?
Yeah, I'll find it.
I have to find mine.
I have a little tiny shot glass that looks like a coffee mug.
It was
Yeah.
it was so
It's a
funny because
mugshot.
when I got arrested, I just started dating this girl, and I had to tell her about like all the shit, and then she was just like the next day she came to me and was like, "I got a present for you," and I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "I went to the courthouse and filed this thing so I can get your mugshot. So here's your mugshot for you." I was like, "That is so sweet of you."
That is really sweet. Oh man.
Wow. Are you like funny in it?
No, I look exactly like how I felt. I'll try to find it though.
Oh man.
Fucking jail's the worst.
Jail.
Yeah, man.
My dad recently. Did I tell the story? He recently got into guns. Like he joined the NRA and everything. His neighbor, my mom and dad's bedroom faces.
A shooting range.
Is on the side. Is on this like the side of the house that their bedroom is
People
on.
shoot towards your house.
No, he practices from his window.
Yeah,
He just
yeah.
has like the best spot.
His next door neighbor on their bedroom side.
It's like people who buy houses near golf courses.
Yeah. Their next door neighbor on their bedroom side held his kids hostage at
sorry.
gunpoint. And so my dad got like kind of fearful and started like getting into guns, joined the NRA, everything.
Wait,
like
your
that.
neighbor
Held
their
his kids
neighbor-
at gunpoint.
Well, it was like
like, "Eat your
It was like
vegetables."
the kids were just there for the weekend or something, and I think that he was just
okay.
flipping out and like.
didn't want to give him back to the wife.
yeah,
or
something like that.
Was it
So-
a whole scene? Like, were there cops everywhere?
Yeah,
was
there's
it
like
on the
SWAT
news
team and
shit?
everything. I don't know
Someone-
about news.
someone was
I don't know
dressed up
about
like a
news.
bush.
It was like at 3 a.m. and
Oh yeah,
stuff,
did they have one of those Bush guys from To Catch a Predator?
yeah.
Swamp Thing.
We need to get one of those.
I
things.
know, man.
Oh, that's
Put
something
some
good for the
Swamp Thing
wish
on there.
list.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we should do. Is just do one awesome item per
Yeah.
like week.
Yeah, just delete everything and just have a
there.
Swamp Thing suit.
But he got into guns, and he had got his license, and everything, and had it for a few years, And it was fun. We go to the gun range at Christmas time and shoot some stuff, and it's always us and then a bunch of old guys shooting guns.
I don't mind guns. Yeah.
But I don't mind them at all when people are responsible and not like crazy about stuff like that. But then
all the cholos in my neighborhood are pretty responsible. They're always pointing down or in the air.
Yeah, it's always like kind of in the
down or in the air. They always have the safety
arms
on.
are pointed. Their arms are pointed up, but their guns are pointed down.
They're like, "Sup, bitch!" Yeah. I was like, "Turn the safety on, you jerk."
But
sorry.
This year at Christmas around the holidays, my father had to reapply for a license, and they denied it to him because he found out, and he didn't remember this. He had an outstanding warrant from like New Mexico for something he had done, and he wouldn't tell any of us what it was.
Oh, well, we gotta find out.
I want to hear that story. I know at one point in my father's life, he spent time in a jail, I think in Texas. And
where was he in New Mexico? Maybe we can call and pose as like Los Angeles police. Oh, that might not be legal.
Oh no!
But we could say like, "Hey, we're investigating a guy, and we heard that he had a." Well, no, we don't have to say we're cops. We could be like, "Hey," we'll just say, "Hey, I have a question."
Yeah.
Is Davey Johnson's dad? Do you have a record of him being arrested?
Do you know Davey Johnson's dad? I'm posing as a guy with a question.
Davey Johnson. He's that guy that's on the Burger King commercial, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Anything for you?
$5 any footlong guy.
Yeah, $5.
Are you in one of those?
He was. Yeah.
Oh, a long while ago. Yeah. It was a commercial that didn't make sense.
None of them do.
That's like where you made most of your commercial money recently, though, wasn't it? Wasn't that like a really big commercial?
It was a good year. The Burger King one probably was.
Okay.
I saw that one. Wasn't Ron Lynch in that too, or was that a separate one?
No, he was in a separate one. Mine played a lot because it was tied in with Iron Man 2.
Right.
So they just played the hell out of it.
Yeah, I saw yours,
Yeah.
and I saw Ron's quite a bit too.
Yeah, Ron just did a tampon commercial for Kotex.
No shit.
Yep.
What, I guess, what is he, a pharmacist or
a mad scientist at some point?
Really?
I guess he's like, this is what men think that tampon should be, or something like that. And it's like he invents it.
like a metal tampon with spikes in it?
Yeah.
This
will suck the demons out of you.
Yeah.
I would picture like the not understanding father, like the dad who doesn't know.
He's like, you're on your what? Oh, fuck.
Your thing does
talk to your
what?
mother.
Yep.
I would be in a tampon commercial.
Yeah, totally.
I would do that shit.
That one's something that's going to bring him a lot of money because it'll probably play a lot in like daytime television.
In fact, we should shoot a spec spot for a tampon.
Make our own
commercial,
tampon commercial,
and then see if any tampon commercials are interested in it.
Yeah,
or tampon companies.
That would be good for like the lady characters.
Yeah.
Davey and I's lady characters.
Yeah. Like a tampon commercial.
Yeah, the new wig I got has created a whole new sass in my character.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Is it a blonde wig again?
Yeah, it's pigtails, and I wear a little bit of a sexier top.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it I like the other lady.
Well, let's see. Both of them are pretty good.
Sparkly top?
Yeah. It's based on a character I saw in Cops, a tranny from Phoenix.
Where'd you get the wig?
It was a gift.
I like...
Who gave it to you?
My girlfriend's friend.
I always forget when we're doing the characters that we have facial hair. we try to be, I think, as feminine as possible.
Yeah, you do
and
a good
get
job.
into that mindset of just kind of like, I don't know, soft and romantic and like whatever.
It's
a very
very
stereotypical male version of a woman.
I posted
basically.
a picture of me with you dressed as the lady.
I lost that wig.
I know.
That's why it's a bummer.
But that's one of my favorite pictures.
I like it too.
Yeah, it's really good.
That was the night that I met Al Magical for the first time, and I'm pretty sure he probably doesn't like me from now on.
Why?
Because I was wasted. I was dressed like a lady, and I kept falling on the ground and rolling around on the concrete ground.
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Oh, this is my friend Al. He's married and has kids." And I'm like, "I'm a psychopath. Nice to meet you."
Yeah, that was funny, man.
We should try to get that to be a new trend in the hipster community here in Los Angeles.
Dressing like ladies?
Men dressed like women, yeah.
But it's
beards and dresses.
It's young people dressed like middle-aged women.
Here, check out the TV.
What's going
That's
on?
my.
That's it. You got.
Oh, look at that.
You got some blonde ass hair.
Yeah, I used to bleach my hair white like a freak.
Eminem.
You can't tell, but my nose is fucked right there because the chick hit me in the nose.
What did you get?
Is that
What
why
is
you're
it
there?
for?
Domestic violence, assault, and unlawful
Oh,
restraint.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
That's like, you should be on an episode of Cops.
It was all bullshit though. So they dropped the charges after spending like $10,000 and going to court 100 times. They dropped the charges because they realized the girl was making all this shit up.
175.
Yeah,
That's
well.
a pretty good weight.
Yeah, that's my fight.
That's my goal weight.
I
Really?
love
I'd love to, but who knows?
goal.
I haven't been 175 in years.
I know. Not since like elementary school, I think.
I'm trying to think. I think my sophomore year in high school, I was like 180, and I was basically the same height as I am now.
Height.
Height.
No, not height.
He
That's
said
not a
height.
word. I know. That's wrong.
I meant to say Heath.
Heath. Oh yeah, Heath.
It's a new.
Is
It's a
that
new
his
thing.
Heath?
Yeah. So I was like tall and skinny, but I was still called the fat guy.
Huh. Because
Because I looked fat, I guess. I don't know.
you just
But you're what, like 185?
You're
and the
vertically
same
fat.
height?
I was like 2 inches shorter.
But that's still that's as tall as me. Right? How tall are you?
It's like 6'4", 6'5".
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like
Respectable.
6'2", 6'1".
Yeah, I
something.
remember my sophomore year, I was like 6'3". I could had a hell of a vertical.
You
I
could dunk?
I could slap that backboard like crazy.
Yeah. There was a guy who came to one of the shows in Canada, and I came down. I thought the show started on Thursday. I thought it started at 8, but it didn't start until 8:30. So I came down, and it was like, oh, I still have another half hour. I'm gonna go back to my hotel room. But there was a kid coming in, and he like saw me. Like I went outside to smoke, and then went back in, and he's like, oh, hey man, I listen to your podcast or whatever. And he was like, man, you're a lot bigger in person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, it's because you're always slumping. I tell you this. Sit up straight.
Go
There
ahead,
you go.
Brendon.
Come on, Brendon.
I have something in my brain where I just assume. I know I don't consciously think about it, but every time I see someone on TV, I'm just like, yeah, they're my height. Like I just
yeah.
assume everyone is as tall as
We're
me.
giants.
But I'm big, yeah. And
Yeah.
you see Conan standing next to his guests.
Yeah.
And he's probably about the same height as me.
Yeah.
No, Conan.
He's like 6'5".
Oh, he's taller than that.
Are you sure?
There's
He just
Yeah.
stands up straight and he's thinner.
guess it's
People don't think I'm as tall as I am.
I look really small next to him
Yeah.
when I did the show, and there's a picture of me and him on Facebook, and he's like, I don't know, he feels a lot taller
Yeah.
than 6'5".
When you're hugging him.
yeah,
just crazy.
Maybe he wears big Kiss boots or something.
Yeah.
Big giant
He
heels.
wears like those medical shoes that you only supposed to wear on one foot.
yeah, the
He wears them
one
on both.
Frankenstein shoe.
Yeah.
I had a friend whose dad had that.
Oh shit.
We used to make so many shoe jokes
Oh,
in high school.
man.
Not to his dad's face, but to our
his
friend
shoe.
Danny. Yeah. We would fuck with his shoe. We kept we would heighten it and shorten it.
Those only come in like one color, right? It's that beige.
Zebra.
Yeah, oh, zebra. Yeah,
Yeah, they only have no. There's black.
and dark blue probably.
Yeah, I don't know. I think his dad had like a brace thing too or something. I don't remember.
Guy was all fucked up.
He just had a fucked up leg. We used to call his mom Sloppy D.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what Hawaiians should be called. Sloppy D's.
Wait, why?
I don't know.
I don't know. That
Oh
sounds
yeah.
cool.
Sloppy
Yeah.
D's.
Did you know that sloppy joes were invented in the Florida Keys?
Really?
Yeah.
Sloppy
Sloppy
J's and
D's,
Keys?
Sloppy Joes in the Florida Keys. Like that could be a song.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking with these like brainstorm lists that I
Yeah.
try to keep sometimes, maybe we could try 1 week or maybe even this week I'm around. We should try to like make one of these things like the tampon commercial. We'll just shoot a tampon commercial one day.
Show it on the next Bone
and we'll
Zone?
show it on the next Bone Zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll challenge ourselves. This week's kind of a
That's
busy
good
week for
one,
me though.
yeah.
This coming week?
Well, the weekend.
Just starting now. Like I have a show
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
have a show tomorrow,
I'm
2
talking
shows
like
Saturday.
starting like Monday.
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 Yeah, like
good.
next week.
But then we
like-
can't. We're gonna do a Bone Zone on Tuesday, so we'll show it.
Well, I mean, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
could just, try and do something.
Yeah, we should do it.
Say aye if you're canceling this idea. Aye. No, we're not canceling it.
No,
Oh,
we're not
okay.
canceling
Oh, do you
it.
really not want?
No.
I mean, we don't have to do the tampon
No, I was making
thing.
I was
We do
making a
something, yeah.
hilarious gaff.
Yeah.
No.
No.
We could even just do something with silly Billy Joel, like
Yeah.
do a performance.
We could do that at the Tomorrow Show if we wanted. Dirty Diamond's already going to be there. If you guys are in town, by the way,
Is that a Dirty Neil Diamond?
Yeah.
Oh, that
Los
sounds-
Angeles.
Oh.
Randy and I are hosting the Tomorrow Show this weekend. You have to be listening live, I think, to get this. It's going to be the 14th of April.
We're hosting. It's going to be super fun. Penn
Kate
Ward is going to be on the show.
Fucking going.
Pendleton Ward's doing the first stand-up that he's ever done.
His stand-up debut.
Yeah, he
Nice.
created Adventure Time.
Kate
That's
McCucci.
what he does.
Ron
Kate McCucci's gonna be there.
wants to stream live into the show, so Ron Lynch might be performing
What?
from Portland. We'll have to talk about it.
Ah.
Well, let's not show our emotions too much. We're being recorded.
Well, no. The last time. No, I think it's the last time we streamed from Bridgetown, it was just like it was really.
It's awkward.
It was terrible.
It never works.
Well, because
It's not going to be.
There was a delay, and also
Yeah.
the Wi-Fi in the Steve Allen Theater hardly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't.
So,
I think what he. I don't know.
Also, the last time we streamed live from there, I thought that everything was off, and I started fake masturbating into the camera.
It's not gonna
and
be the
everyone
same.
and everyone in Bridgetown stopped paying attention to what was going on stage and turned around to the wall and just watched me having this fit of stroking my nipples and spitting in my
You didn't
hand
think it was
and
working?
fake masturbating. No, I didn't think it was masturbating. I was tonguing.
No.
I was in
tonguing
Portland
the
and
camera
Davey
and stuff like that.
was in L.A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
so I was
saw
just
it?
kind of like.
We were trying to have a dual door knockers thing. I think it just didn't work out. 'Cause we couldn't figure it out.
I didn't even get to perform that night. The show got cut short because some fucking cowboy did lasso tricks for 2 hours.
For
or some
2
shit.
fucking hours. We're sitting there in Los Angeles because we're trying to exchange acts and stuff like that, and we're watching this, and everybody in Los Angeles was like, "This is so long." They were putting up a lot of Portland people in the show, so it was I don't think they.
But here's what I think Ron's
Right,
idea
yeah.
is. He's doing. Remember, have you ever been to Portland, Brendan?
Yeah,
To that
of course.
festival? You know how
Yeah.
they have the tanker?
I met your family at the.
That's
I
right.
met Shirley.
My
and
mom
every-
drove
yeah.
by and goes, "Is that my friend?"
Yeah. She saw me walking down the street,
Yeah.
arm in arm with a couple supermodels.
One of the venues is called the Tanker, and it's kind of just like go for it.
Like an ongoing open mic, is that
Sort of. I think
yeah.
they might have scheduled shows this year, but it's still pretty open. So he has a midnight show there, and he basically, I think, just wants to stream his set to our show.
Okay.
We're not going to be interacting with their crowd or anything.
Yeah.
He will Skype us, and we'll try to project the set or something.
I don't know. That sounds too complicated.
Do you guys know something called Devil's Playground that also does the same theater you guys do? It's a burlesque, crazy burlesque
At
show.
the Tomorrow Show?
Or at the
At the
Steve Allen.
Steve Allen Theater.
Oh, Steve Allen Theater?
Yeah,
I haven't heard of it.
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy.
Has it just started?
No, it's been around for a while, I think.
Devil's Playground.
I haven't been to a lot of the other shows there. I always feel
I've
out
never
of place.
seen anything there.
Whenever I go there, the Tomorrow Show audience is much different than the rest of the audiences.
Yeah.
Because the other shows are, I think people who are super into weird theater, right? Don't we have a
Yeah.
bunch of cool weird theater at the Steve Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did Reanimator the musical. The people who were involved in the movie Reanimator
And the Edward-
did a musical.
The Edgar Allan Poe thing.
Yeah.
And
Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah, that sounded good. It sounds like they have pretty
have good stuff
Yeah,
there.
no, it's good quality. Amit Edelman, who runs the place, really has cultivated a really specific vibe for the place, and it's pretty good. It's really interesting.
It's a good
And-
space.
Yeah,
And Kate McCucci's show is popular
Yep.
there.
we're doing that on Saturday as well. It's gonna be pretty good. That's the show she promoted on Conan O'Brien.
Oh, yeah.
She got offered a chance to be on Conan, and she's like, "Oh, I better get a show to promote." And so she promoted that, and now it's sold out.
Well, she was there to promote Raising Hope, and then they're like, "Do you have anything to plug?"
Yeah,
And she's
yeah.
like, "Oh, let me book a show real quick."
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's good.
it'll be fun.
I wonder if it'll be packed. Well, Kate's pretty popular.
Her shows are
It's gonna be really
always
packed.
packed.
Yeah.
They've already sold
We always
more
have a
tickets
pact
than
before the
seats.
show too.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
We always put our hand on a dead goat, and we make a pact.
Oh, you make a pact?
yeah. Try not to screw it up.
There's some guy yelling outside.
Really? What's he saying?
Listen.
Let's see if we can listen in.
Nah, he walked past.
Oh,
We left the
man.
door open for this episode of
Yeah, we
the,
wanted to have some ambient sound.
Yeah. There's a crazy guy yelling. Missed it.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the rules of the Bone Zone? Some guys made it's kind of like Fight Club.
Yeah,
Oh.
I saw it.
What is it?
Wait,
Eh.
somebody else came
It's
up.
all right.
They came up with rules for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the
you
rules?
don't talk about
Not
Cider House
funny.
rules.
Yeah.
It's not funny. It's going to take
Uh-oh.
up time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't do it.
My girlfriend's birthday is coming up. Are you guys getting?
I mean,
anything?
I appreciate the guy made it, but it's long. I don't want to read. I don't want to take up time to read the whole thing.
Right,
You
just
can
Google
read
it.
it on.
Google it.
No, he tweeted it.
Yeah.
Tweeted it? Who was it?
Find out who that was, and then look him up.
Who was that guy?
I started snorting recently. I apologize.
So what are you gonna get for your girlfriend's birthday?
I don't know. You guys want to help me come up with something?
By the way, are you just bragging that you have a girlfriend right now? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, you're the only one. Wait, you still have a girlfriend?
No, I don't have a girlfriend.
You don't?
No.
Oh, man.
We're all a
You
bunch
have
of
a
single
girlfriend.
dudes except for Randy.
the fuck, really?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're
Break
really,
up with your girlfriend so you can hang out.
I tried to
more.
do it on the podcast one time.
If you break up with your girlfriend,
Oh.
maybe we could get a bunch of
Let's
porn
try to
stars
do it
in
now,
here, and
for
then
real.
we can do the
She's at
massive
work.
porn star date.
Call her place of business.
Should I
and that.
Yeah.
Ooh, have them get her.
We'll order.
And then you.
get her fired and then she'll dump me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can order.
Would she
something.
get fired? Would that be bad to do?
Not if I just call her, but it depends on what I do when I call.
Order the
Well,
most
you
expensive.
fake break up with her.
Oh, hi, Chelsea's boss. Can you pass a message to Chelsea?
That would be hilarious. Can you do that? Does her boss have a sense of humor?
No,
that would be.
no. I can't
Are you
do that.
serious?
I can't do that now.
That's.
I'll do
we
it
should
for
do
him.
that to somebody.
I'll do it for him.
Her work
Okay.
is
I'll
stressful.
pose as Randy.
No. It would be bad
Yeah,
news.
okay.
Unless I really do want to break this relationship, I should not do that.
Oh man,
But that would be.
that'd be an ultimate.
Guys,
way.
I'll let you know when the time is right.
Yeah, stay
No, but
tuned.
no. I'm thinking
Stay
like
tuned, boneheads.
that's a funny idea still to call somebody's work and just leave a message with a secretary that you're breaking up with somebody there.
Yeah. It'd be like, I don't want to. No. Don't pull her away from
Yeah,
her work. I just
yeah.
would like to pass this message on real
Can you
quick.
just take a message?
Take a message for me.
Okay, so this is her boyfriend, Randy. Let her know things have not been working out, and I've actually met someone.
Here's some specific reasons.
No,
why
we're
I
not
haven't.
actually dating. I just think that we have a good chance. We tend to get along, but just let her know that we are breaking up. And
Let her know I moved out.
I've moved out. I've actually hired some people to move her stuff.
You
or
moved
my
out.
stuff.
I've moved out, and I also changed the locks so you can't get into your stuff.
Yeah. I moved out and changed the locks.
All of your stuff
Kept
is
the
on
keys.
sale on eBay. If you'd like to buy it back, let me know. Give me a good customer seller rating.
Good rate and review.
Well, this person would probably hang up on you by now.
They'd be
The
doing their job.
secretary.
What if it's just like, I don't want to get
lot
the
of
message
people-
wrong?
Yeah. It's a very important message.
So did you guys know that there's supposed to be a huge earthquake this weekend?
huge.
There's been earthquakes happening. It makes me nervous.
What do you mean by how huge?
Like
Earthquakes?
the big one in LA this weekend. It's supposed to be Saturday.
Oh, that could
Saturday when?
destroy our
Dude,
show.
I'll be so irritated because like every time I'm on the road, I'm just like, if it's gonna happen, let it happen now.
I know, me
Let
too.
it happen now.
If I'm here.
I mean, not that I want anything bad to happen ever, but it would be like, oh, thank God,
Hey,
I wasn't there.
Brendon, I not only think the exact same thing, but I think of it when every time I'm in the airplane and then we start to go on the runway and I'm like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is the last chance. Oh, it could happen right now.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then the plane would be like, oh my God, they're having the big earthquake now while we're flying. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be
You can
mind blowing.
You could watch it fall into the ocean.
Have you guys
as you're
been in
leaving.
any type of real earthquakes?
Nothing huge. I've been like shook.
Shibba.
You must
Shibba,
have,
shibba,
right?
shook.
Oregon. I had the biggest one I ever was in. I was staying in Eugene, Oregon for,
What year?
oh boy, it was right after I got fired from the bank.
Oh, that year.
I was like right out of high school. I worked at a bank. I was like 19, so it was like, I don't know, 92.
Yeah, that must have been- I
91,
remember
92.
there
It was
was
like
like
a 5 point. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. I just remember there was an earthquake in San Francisco, and then Southern Oregon got an aftershock from that.
Yeah.
And then Eugene and where I live, Medford, got an aftershock
Yeah.
from that.
You got
Probably like
you got a
92.
post aftershock.
It
Got
was
an
still. I
aftershock.
think that's true. That's what it was. They said it was an aftershock, but it was like still like a 5 point something.
The one I remember in Medford, I felt one, and it was the only earthquake that I know I've experienced some here, but I don't remember. You know, like they happened. They're like, "Did you feel that?" And I was like, "I must have just thought it was some shithead driving a shithead car or
Yeah,
something."
yeah.
Like it wasn't dramatic enough that I was just like, "Yep, that's just my loud, shaky neighbor."
yeah.
Pounding on my wall.
By the way, if there is ever an earthquake happening while we're doing a podcast, that's really bad. Run for your fucking life because this
Why?
building is like one of those like.
Oh yeah, it's so not up. Yeah, it's
yeah,
old.
It's old, so it's kind of grandfathered into like things. You
There's
know,
some
so,
safety
Oh.
upgrades
So
that
this-
haven't been done.
Yeah, so this is the
Makes sense.
This is the brick
Yeah.
building that would be like on the news where you just see like all these.
Oh, fucking
Blood everywhere. I always thought they should rate.
See stupid
I always
Randy.
thought they should rate rate
in the
apartment.
pile.
I'd still be sitting up. You guys would all be collapsed. I'd be like, hello, anybody? I'm still doing the podcast.
Nobody. It's just. I always thought they should rate apartment buildings the way they rate restaurants, like for food quality, and like they give them a
For health.
They give them
Here
grade
comes some dude in
health
a-
quality.
This is the
yeah.
Open Door podcast.
Yeah.
This is a person. Yeah, somebody drives around like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's why? Why do you need everybody to know?
And
It's actually
a
it's
song
actu-
from
it's actually-
2002.
It's actually just 50
It's a
cent.
bumpin' song.
It's actually just 50 cent.
Yeah, he's
I,
promoting.
But I
I've
think
had an idea to get like a system like that and just drive around blaring like Edie Brickell.
Yeah.
What
NPR.
I am
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what I am.
all things considered.
too many things. Oh, dude, that's a good opening song for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'd blare NPR's Marketplace.
Bum, bum,
Yeah, yeah. Has anybody done that? Somebody must have.
What, NPR?
Gotten like one of those like, or just blared something that's not something that would ever be blared.
From NPR News, this is Carl Castle.
People probably blare the Bone Zone, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
If you're one of those guys that
Turn it up
drives
at
around
this
with
part.
a loud ass vehicle.
Turn it up right now.
Hey, you idiot.
Hey, stupid idiots! Oh,
You're in the bone zone, bitch.
The guy driving this car is a fucking retard.
this guy's stupid. He works at a shitty job and spends all of his money on speakers.
This guy's real drunk.
Yeah. Still a virgin.
Hey, are there any 20? Oh no, I mean, hey, are there any 12-year-old boys who need to get banged? Come to this vehicle. I'm a dude who likes to do that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Hey, cops, arrest me or I'm going to suck a kid dick.
I like how we've assumed that this automatically would just be a man.
Be a guy.
Wait, and if you're
Oh,
just
if you're a girl. If you're a girl, this chick's cool. She's listening to the Bone Zone.
yeah, she's
Check out who hangs out with Brendon, Randy, and Davey in
Yeah.
Red Band.
hot
Hey.
chicks or maybe a
Hot
heavy
chicks.
set lady.
And if people are still listening, breaking the law with the door knockers.
Yeah.
That's a real That's
That was for the
podcast.
people on the sidewalk.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say.
Uh
I don't want to be forced into this again.
Yeah, you don't have to.
I just like the song. That's fine.
Yeah, that's all right.
But that YouTube clip's going crazy.
Oh man.
Is it?
Do people
Blowing
like
up.
it?
I was gonna say
We played it on the Joe Rogan podcast.
to get.
Did you really?
We talked about
Can we
it.
see it? Oh no, I guess we saw
clip.
it. We did it a couple times.
I wish I
don't
would have
think
done a better
watched the
job. I'm a
clip.
little bit embarrassed by my performance.
Which one did they put up? The meatball gum one?
No,
The
first
first one.
Oh, good.
Which isn't
First
even,
one.
which isn't even my favorite. I thought I liked the second one better, but I don't remember.
I haven't
it.
Well,
seen
if
the second
anybody's
one.
listening, get the second one.
Isn't the second one on the unreleased Bone
Oh,
Zone?
yeah.
Oh, Bone
Yeah.
Zone's coming out soon.
By the way, that'll be released hopefully tomorrow. We had to just
Just do some editing. It was nothing major. Yeah, I don't want to get into
Yeah.
it, but it was there were just a couple
stuff,
things
yeah.
that there was too much personal information divulged, and
Davey's personal life.
yeah, about I
tend to open up. I'll open
revealed
up.
what Davey's dad was arrested for in New Mexico.
It was probably he was selling peyote.
What do you think it was?
I have no. It's probably something with alcohol. He was probably just
Drunk driving or
for
something?
DUI, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe drugs at the time. I remember. I probably talked about him. The only time I remember parents drinking, they got sober. My mom got sober, I think, because of children, and my dad drank, and I recall it from when I was very young, and I remember him getting very angry sometimes.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
you talked about
He
this.
said
on
he
the
would
last
throw
one.
stuff down
Just
in the
throw
basement.
property down. Yeah, he just destroys
yeah,
stuff that he
got-
bought.
he
Yeah.
filled the basement with everything from upstairs.
And then when I was a teenager,
Kept having to get new stuff.
He'd do the whole like we can never have nice things because of people like you, and I'd be like, well, 15 years ago, I recall a television playing down the stairs.
Do you guys ever
That'd
like
be
punch
so
holes
fun.
in the wall or anything?
I accidentally my
Domestic
butt went
violence
through a
wall.
wall once.
Put your what?
My butt went through a wall.
I
once
did that
when I was
at
young,
a friend's house.
accidentally, Yeah.
We were
yeah.
saw it?
Slumber party. Slumber party.
Someone pushed me.
Oh, yeah.
This sucks. They were watching a football game, and I didn't care about it.
Yeah.
And whatever team had just won, and my two friends were like jumping up and down, going, yeah. So I got up, and I was like, yeah, guys, right? And my friend's
I
like,
got mad
fuck
at you.
you, and pushed me. And I tripped over like a barbell set, and then my hip went through their wall.
Yeah.
And then they
were-
we were still in high school, so then their parents were like, Randy.
I know, dude. That same thing happened to me when I was in
fucking
high
bullshit.
school,
Yeah.
where me and my friends were fucking around, but I was just stupid. Like, there was a chair I went to go sit on a chair and I just misjudged where it was. I think that's how it happened. Either way, same thing. I wound up going like ass first. There was some drywall in my friend's parents' basement, and it's like,
God damn it.
I walked through another friend. Yeah, that would be so annoying. I was thinking about that recently. Like because when you just have a bunch of teenagers at your place and they're fucking your shit up, it's just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I walked through a screen door at like one of those patio screen doors.
Yeah.
Because it was like open, and I was like, when I came into the place, it was left open, and then when I went to go back outside, somebody had closed it, and I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Did you walk clean through it?
Yeah.
You just you just had it on you. And you just like kept going.
No, it just tears it. Yeah.
It just makes a Brendon
a big
hole.
flap.
A
It
Brendon
makes
flap.
a comical tear.
Yeah.
A big flappy fucking.
Comedy tear.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I ever broke anything like at my parents' house.
I fucked up a friend's frying pan. We cooked like this was after we discovered drinking, and like so we're like, I don't know, it's probably 17.
You just cooked a brick
18.
of cheese.
A cheesesteak. We were making cheesesteaks, and but we were using a Teflon pan and a metal spatula, and scratched. Not only did we scratch the fucking Teflon all up, but we ate a bunch of Teflon in our fucking cheesesteaks.
Look at the grill marks.
I'm having that problem right now with my grill. My grill is probably like five years old, and the other day I was eating chicken from it, and I noticed there's all these little black things on them, like, oh, it's char or whatever. That's the good cancer stuff. But then I would the next time I used my grill, I noticed the top of the grill inside, like all that all the black like stuff is peeling and just falling into the food. And how they paint the grills black.
Yeah, you just gotta clean it.
Well, that can't be good.
No, right? That's like super cancer.
Yeah, but it probably gives it like a nice mesquite, like fucking smoky flavor.
Fucking Home Depot kind of.
Yeah. One time I had a Costco size paste picante.
Yeah.
Like those big like half gallons of paste. They have a handle. Remember?
I know what you're talking about.
Remember paste picante?
Yeah.
No one
you
says
still
that.
see those sitting out on.
Yeah, my dad loved medium spiciness paste picante.
New York,
so we would buy
New York City. They hated New York City.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I was kind of in the middle of an argument with my parents. I was in high school, and I pulled that out, and I went to because some of it separates a little bit.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of shake it.
Yeah.
So I went to shake it, and I gave it one good shake towards the ground really hard, but the cap wasn't on all the way. So basically all they saw was me flinging salsa,
a gallon of salsa at them.
half gallon of salsa into the whole living room. It started from the ceiling. I drew a line from the ceiling across the whole living room and into the ground. And I even had stuff in my face, like my whole hair.
Yeah.
I had paste face, and my mom was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I don't know." I had spicy in my eyes.
My dad had one of those big bags of cat food, like the Meow Mix, and when I was a kid, I knocked it all down. And
the weird thing is they didn't own any cats.
And so I grabbed the cat, and I'm like, "Help me eat this all." And so I ate half a bag of cat food, and then my dad came down and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Not like that, but I was like 6. And then I'm like, I'm sorry, Dad. I knocked it. I ruined it. Because I previously broke up a jar of pickles at a grocery store, and it terrified me because I felt like I was in such trouble.
Man.
So he's like, why didn't you just put it back in the bag? And I'm like, I don't know. But cat food is not that bad.
So what I do when I spill marijuana on the ground, I make sure that I just take it all in before.
Get a bunch of pube tumbleweeds in your fucking marijuana off the ground.
When I was going through my tumultuous teenage years, I remember a dinner where I got mad at my youngest brother and I threw a fork towards him.
And
did it stick in his leg?
And it stuck in his leg and went.
I've heard a story like that.
No, it didn't.
Someone threw a fork and it stuck.
I threw a dart.
But
and it hit
my
friend
father got really mad. He got really mad and was chased me upstairs and stuff. Because it was part of an argument I was having with my father, and then my brother chimed in, and that's why I tossed the fork toward him. And my dad got up, started chasing me towards the room, and he
never run upstairs. That's classic.
You
love horror films.
My room was up there. I was gonna close the door,
parachute
then you're
out.
trapped
and
up there.
start playing. I don't know, like Vivaldi or something really loud. Now listen to this. And he grabs me by my collar, and he's like. The only time I ever heard my dad swear, he was like, "You're making me look like an asshole." That's the only time I've ever heard him use a swear. I was like, and then he went downstairs. He didn't do anything. He went downstairs, and it was spaghetti we were having that night. And so I got the spaghetti and went to go eat it in my room, but my dad's an artist, so he had a painting up by my room, and I just like took the fork and I put like spaghetti sauce all over the painting.
And that's the painting that made him $1 million.
It kind of blended in with the painting, and so I never told him. And so there's a painting
he
that
didn't notice.
He might still have, or it probably sold that had spaghetti sauce that was dried into
fucking
it.
bona fide. So it's Davey Johnson spaghetti sauce.
It's a code.
Yeah.
He should give me.
He
should give me some of
we
the
should sue your
like
dad.
10%. Yeah.
Davey, you should just do a whole bunch of marinara paintings.
Oh, there we go.
I would
Hey,
buy.
put that down. Marinara painting.
I would buy Davey Johnson.
Now that could be something that we could do pretty easily.
Yeah.
I remember
how to spell marinara. I think
Just
it's
put
right.
Marnar.
Marnar. In college, when I took one art course in college, and
what should we paint?
Something red.
We'll just use it to paint a plate of spaghetti.
Whatever. We'll just paint whatever.
We'll
and
paint
we'll
a
listen
plate
to
of
Louis
spaghetti.
Prima the whole time.
Oh yeah.
All of his songs sound like you're eating pasta.
Maybe we can do that.
Play
Have a
some Louis
painting day.
Prima, Brian.
We could stream that too.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Louis Prima.
Tune in for our marinara party.
L-O.
We can make big paintings out of marinara.
I-S Prima.
Yeah, we'll get
Round and round
we'll get
we
huge
go.
canvases.
Wait, you
What was I
said
gonna
you
say?
played the Kiss Me thing on Rogan's podcast?
I showed Joe right before we.
What was Joe's reaction?
Yeah,
to
what
that?
did Joe think?
Joe was laughing his ass off.
Oh, that's
and
right.
then he brought it, like I showed him before the podcast started, and then he during the podcast brought it up and was like, "Who are those guys?" And then we told about it and we talked about the clip, and then I was telling him about
Talked about
Randy
the
and
Bone
Davey,
Zone?
and then they talked about the Bone Zone, and then he gave you a plug.
Awesome, man. Wow. Joe's the best.
It's Louis Prima.
I'm glad that he liked that.
Yeah, I wonder.
Oh yeah.
But you never know. Some people are going to react.
Give me their addresses now. Somebody
I
on
want
the
a bro pack.
somebody on the What's What Facebook page posted screen captures of, I think, from our Ustream thing that we do on Saturdays sometimes, where my shirt was off and then we do a bro peck. But they posted it to the What's What
Wait,
thing.
really?
Yeah, so now this character that
We
I've
can leave
developed,
that music playing a little.
this
underneath.
character
I
from
like
the
that
What's
Louis
What
Prima.
this character from the What's What web series.
Yeah.
Who is like it's very specifically developed. Now it just looks like he has this alternative gay lifestyle that's going on. Like there's no explanation because the fan base is pretty distinctly different. What's What has a lot of like 12 years older. Yeah, I don't know. 12-year-olds and younger, and like 50-year-old women. Like that's basically the fan base.
Really? That's
and then
weird.
some.
I like it.
And then a lot of Bone Zone fans that
Okay.
get the joke.
Okay.
Like there's people who take it seriously, and then there's Bone Zone fans that
Yeah.
get the joke.
Right.
And so like when a Bone Zone fan goes on there and shows them this kind of like gritty, real lifestyle that I lead.
Well, what if it's the What's What character is the real person, and this Bone Zone is this sketch that you're doing?
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it is. Who knows, guys? I filmed all day today. Some of those, and I don't know
What's
how
what?
they're gonna be. Yeah.
Cool. I'm sure they'll be good. Davey.
Yeah, they're all good.
Always
I always
You're a champion.
I always leave there going like, oh, you guys got a lot of editing to do.
You guys make a lot of them because like I don't keep up with anything online really. There's not. I just don't watch a lot of
Except
shit.
for the
but, like,
Kardashians.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're always keeping up with them.
Yeah.
Oh man. But when I do check in with What's What, there's always a bunch new ones,
Yeah.
and
Every
and
week,
I always
right?
wind up watching like all of them.
2 a week, and now we're doing like the Wednesday ones again. So there's gonna be like
So
3 a week.
3 a week.
They didn't
Wow.
do one. They've started doing this thing. The ones that I think come out, not terrible, but just are obvious, are the ones where they're trying to do branded content. So somebody like
Oh.
Adidas or Fritos or something will be like, "We want to work with you," and then we have to write around the product. Or like, but then you also can't do.
You can't be
like the
yeah.
the thing about
That's my favorite
the
type
thing
of
about-
comedy
the thing
is
about-
promoting Ruffles chips.
No, but the thing
Fritos.
about the character is he's such an idiot.
Yeah.
And like has no idea how to do stuff that it's gonna terrible. He's
Yeah.
gonna talk shit on it. He's
Yeah.
gonna
That's
say
where
something.
I
But you're
have-
not allowed to talk shit, right?
No.
Well, I mean, you can do a certain. You can do it
And
kind of cleverly.
Davey
If-
specifically too. Like if you give him a no subject, he likes to bring it up.
I'll just do it. Yeah. Like we did one on the Kardashians were kind of meeting with some of the people that I work with to do like a cheap something or other, and then we had an episode about them, and so there was a guy that came in to watch to make sure that I didn't say anything terribly
what?
shitty about him. Yeah.
A guy stood there the whole time.
Well, just one of the guys that helps.
He looked like a Secret Service
One of the
agent.
guys that helps produce it came in, and he was just like, all right, we're going to make sure that you don't say anything terrible. Like that we at least get one take where there's nothing very terrible said about
Yeah.
him. And I think they ended up not doing it because it's just like I don't.
Yeah,
When
no
Da-
way.
when Davey
if you
was-
need like a henchman to stand there to make sure you don't talk shit about his shitty fucking product,
That means you suck.
it's like, all right, the rat poison candy food company is here, but they want to make sure you don't tell the kids that it's poison. So we send a fucking henchman in to make sure you don't speak the truth.
Nice.
But so we've been having to submit the scripts and stuff like that, and we didn't have one go up on Monday, and probably tomorrow they'll probably use one that we filmed today. But the one on Monday was something that we did with somebody, and they wrote an email and was like, I didn't know there was so much Asian humor in this. And it's like, well, that's directly from the script, what you have there. I actually took out a lot of the Asian jokes because because like I'll submit ideas and I'll help write, and then there's
here comes a hitchman. Be careful.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Someone's coming in.
there's a Chinese man
then there's
standing
this-
behind you.
Then there's this a writer, Maureen Driscoll, that'll write a lot of the material, and then we'll go in with that memorized, and then we'll improvise a lot of it. It's a long, drawn-out process, but she's really talented and funny. But in a lot of her stuff, there's a lot of Asian humor.
Yeah,
Because
No, I wouldn't call it Asian humor. I'd call it making fun of Asians.
a lot of
It's not humor that
racial
Asians
humor.
love.
But it's like
but it's an Asian lady writing it.
it's kind of geared
I
towards
don't
that
think
because
so.
the people that
It's not an Asian lady, right?
I think it's geared that way because the people we're working with to help put it out there, they have like a company that's also in China. So I think that it's just
So
her,
they just
her
want
kind of like.
piss them off.
No, I think it's her nodding to the fact that there's like a fan base in China and stuff like that, and I think that it's just testing it.
I have a
Plus-
huge fan base in China.
Randy's huge in China.
Yeah,
When's the
yeah.
last time you were there?
I was visiting. I actually have a base. That's where I keep my fans.
Oh,
And-
really? Like
yeah.
an army base, but it's
Yeah.
just full of fans?
It's called a fan base.
storage facility.
And
Wait, that's a real thing? I always thought that was a saying.
no, it's a real thing. And I was
It's a real
actually
thing.
I was raised on a fan base, not for me. It was for my father.
Right.
But now I have.
Wait,
my
your
own.
dad had his own fan base?
Mm-hmm. Well, he
Or-
worked on one. It was
Oh.
for George Carlin.
No shit.
Yeah.
So you grew up in George Carlin's
I was a
base?
big part of George Carlin's fan base.
Were you really?
Well, I mean,
Is there just one?
like upkeep and
I guess, because then it'd be called fan bases.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just one.
Huh.
Mine is in China. Yeah.
That's where they kept George Carlin's fan base?
Well, no. Mine is in China.
Oh, your fan base. Okay.
Yeah. I was raised in Dallas.
Okay, and that's where they keep George Carlin's fan
Yeah,
base?
it has whatever. It's just like that's where it is. And
How big is the base, like, compared to, like, I don't know, I'm not really familiar with army bases.
It's
but,
like a
how
college
many-
campus.
Okay.
Size of a campus. It can range. There's smaller campuses, bigger campuses.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, everyone works. There's homes that are on the base.
Yeah.
There's
And you're allowed
barracks.
off the base? Like, is there any kind of
You're allowed off
credentials
the
or
base.
anything you have to show?
To get on the base, it's tough. To get off, it's easy.
yeah.
Yeah.
To get on, what do you need? Like, you have to name stuff about George Carlin, or is it like
Yeah, well, you have a
Carlin trivia?
badge. You have
Okay.
a badge. You have a number
Mhm.
that's on the badge, but it's also like
Tattooed on you. It's also
There's a
tattooed.
record.
No.
it's not tattooed. I mean, maybe I don't know. I think maybe like
When
more,
you're a baby, maybe.
but more serious comics probably force you to get a tattoo. Like
Yeah.
if like I don't know. It's up to the comic.
Yeah, George Carlin wasn't that serious a comic.
Yeah, you have to know the. Oh fuck! My dad's gonna kill me. How many words that you can't say?
Oh,
in
the
English?
Seven words, seven deadly.
dirty.
You had to know the 7
words.
dirty words. Now I
Oh,
can't
really?
even know how many there are.
And then you had to also quote the court case, like the Carlin versus whoever it was.
Yeah.
You had
Oh,
to know all the
Spalding
details.
Gray.
Of the, yeah.
My fan base is pretty lax.
Did I tell you about my one-man show called Balding Gray? I want to do a Spalding Gray type one-man show, but I'll just gray my hair, and it'll be all about my trials and tribulations of balding gray. Did I ever tell you the story about working for Richard Pryor's widow?
You
right
told
after he
me.
died?
I don't know if we
I think
talked
we
about
talked
it on
Did
here.
we
about it.
talk about it on the
I think
Bone
we
Zone?
did.
Yeah.
Do you remember that at all?
We did.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We did.
That was crazy because literally his base was out of one of his homes. And
His
so-
fan base?
His fan
His
basement.
fan base.
Oh, his fan
He
basement?
had a fan basement.
They
yeah.
have those?
It's
Yeah.
Well, it's rare to have basements in California, in Los Angeles, and he had one.
So I guess you
His
keep
own
your
home.
like newer more relevant fans in your fan base, and then
Mm-hmm.
like the older, like the people who were fans of your early work, but they don't
them in
really
the
buy
basement,
stuff
yeah.
anymore. You put them in the
Yeah, the dusty
Yeah.
fans.
The dusty old fans.
Wow.
No, but it was weird because people would get stuff from his estate, so they'd get stuff that would say, well, I guess they might have had like a P.O. box or something like that, but it was all coming from his house.
Yeah.
It was all coming from
Do
one
you
of his
have
houses.
anything? I don't know if I ever asked you.
What do you mean?
Like, do you have anything from Richard Pryor's estate?
Yeah, like
did they-
some stemware. Did you steal some?
I took his Mark Twain award.
Really?
Yeah. Did you steal some silverware or
I
something?
took the least obvious thing.
I knew people that were.
Did you take something, or
I
like,
didn't
I mean,
take-
were you given something because you were?
I
like,
wasn't given
working
anything.
there?
I was there for a day. She paid me a
Oh.
lot of money actually for what I was
$7,000, or can I say?
Whoop.
doing.
No,
Never
don't-
mind.
don't
We'll
finish-
edit that out.
Don't finish the dollars.
Well, for tax reasons, you shouldn't say specifically because
Yeah.
it wasn't cash.
Oh.
No, there was some really awesome T-shirts that I kind of wanted, but I was too afraid to bring it up because she's kind of like she was kind of and I don't mean this as a derogatory term. She was kind of a bitch, like, and I think that was from dealing with.
How could she take
Richard
that
Pryor.
the wrong way?
Yeah.
I
Why don't you just call her what she was?
She was just very.
Well, her husband died.
She
and
was
A lot of
short-tempered.
people are probably trying to take advantage of
Well,
her.
the thing about her husband, like, I think the marriage was businessy at the end. Like, it seemed like it was very like
He was pretty.
I
big shit.
treated you like shit, and I owe you
Yeah.
everything that I'm leaving behind because
That's all speculation, though.
Well, yeah, that's all
I
speculation.
don't know. I don't know
That's
if
all.
we can get sued.
No,
for
no, no,
anything.
no. That's all speculation on my behalf because she was well, maybe not, but she was very strong. She was very a bold person, and she was very passionate about what she wanted. And she didn't like taking no for an answer
Yeah.
from people she was calling up. She was trying to arrange at the time a
I think
special.
Randy's coming by in his
like
helicopter again.
Grammy. Are we hearing that? She was trying to arrange a special celebrity tribute to her husband at the time, so she was going through a lot of business discussions, and she would get into a lot of loud arguments with him. So it was like, wow, she's very like.
We can't get sued. Keep in mind that this is Brendon and Randy agreeing with Davey, who spent one day at Richard Pryor's house. So
This is what I've gleaned from-
I know this is like
What would we
it's
get
an
sued for?
observation.
I thought
Yeah,
she
yeah.
was a wonderful. I thought she was a wonderful person, but I didn't like at the time. I just didn't want to like push like my.
Did you try to hook up with her?
My non-relationship with her. No, I didn't try to hook up with her.
Did you
but
poke her on
That might be
Facebook?
really awesome. I didn't poke her on Facebook. She might be awesome to hook up with though.
Maybe.
How old was she?
I mean, she's like
Old lady sex.
probably in her 50s.
50s?
Yeah,
That's it?
Maybe.
I don't
Well,
know.
she'd
That's
be a
not
really good-looking. She'd be a really young-looking person because she looked like I don't know.
How old was Richard Pryor?
I don't know.
Yeah, he was maybe in his 60s.
Maybe not. Yeah.
He had that degenerative.
multiple sclerosis
yeah.
or something.
That was a while ago, though. Still.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Somebody Google Richard Pryor.
Nah, I don't think that's possible.
Yeah. We'll
Not
just go without knowing.
Not this
I'm
day and
cool
age.
with
Let's
that.
just speculate right now. No, it was an awesome time though. It was really weird to be around because it's like you could
I remember that time.
When Richard Pryor died?
Yeah, that was
What
like,
year did he die?
It was like right
90s?
after I moved
It was
out
during
here.
Vietnam.
like 7 years ago, 6 years ago.
Stop. Hey, what's that sound?
Yeah, I didn't-
What's Vietnam?
Could be like, was it pre 9/11 or
It
post?
was
Post. It was post. It was like
yeah.
7 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like 2004.
Pre
or something.
I
Prefontaine.
have like no
2006
concept
maybe.
of time anymore.
It's 7 o'clock.
No, I mean,
But what does that mean?
yeah.
I don't know what those numbers are.
So you don't think it was you last night on South Park, Davey?
Oh, no, I don't think it was me. I know.
Oh boy, that's pretty. That's funny.
In the script.
And here's the reason why we're saying, because the last 2 episodes have been really weird. Like the last week's episode of South Park, like on one of the podcasts, Joe Rogan podcast, he always is talking about the Bigfoot Hunter show, and then there's one part in it, and it was all about the Bigfoot Hunter show, and then there was one part in it where I had gotten a fight with Joe about itching my asshole.
Yeah.
And we got in this huge fight, and then on the episode they're like, I don't pay you to itch your asshole all day. And then the week before that, it was even crazier. I can't even remember right now what it was, but it was
The
something
bread
else.
cat thing.
Oh, the
Bread
bread
cat
cat thing.
Yeah.
And then you got this, and then check this out. If you look at the actual episode, hey, look, I know it says zone right there. And then if you press play, you get to see Randy for a
Frozone?
quick second.
something
There's
says-
Randy. Oh,
Wait, where? They put a person with red hair. Yeah, I'm owed royalties. I'm the only goddamn redhead.
Well, I'm glad that we went to Brian's weird conspiracy corner for a portion of the podcast.
I should do that every week.
What's a great character? The world's worst conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, write that down.
But it's always fucking South Park.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about how many South Park episodes there are, they're bound to have said your name at some point.
No, it was in the it was in the script that the character had Captain Kangaroo hair.
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
Like, what? I saw the episode.
Davey wrote it.
I wrote the episode. And it was like, Captain Kangaroo.
You saw the script for the episode?
No, I saw the episode.
Oh.
I wrote the script for the episode, but I also watched the episode.
He wrote it, but it was as he watched it.
Yeah,
I think Davey would look cool in a Captain Kangaroo style wig.
Oh,
think so,
man.
too.
I might have to rock
I want
it.
Davey to be Captain Kangaroo for Halloween.
How expensive are wigs? We need to
Not
put
that
wigs
much.
on the wish list.
good
Our
wigs?
wish list should just
Good
be a
wigs are
wig
like-
list.
Yeah.
Good wigs are expensive.
Yeah.
When I bought, because
$40 to $60 for a decent one.
Davey and I and my
have
roommate, we do an
Bring 'em in.
acapella singing group, the John 3 Rileys, where we
yeah.
do
Very funny.
John
With
C.
Kurt.
John C. Riley impressions, but we were a singing group.
So we have John C. Riley wigs.
So I had to find 3 wigs that matched, 3
Yeah.
exact same wigs. And I got them at like a costume shop. They were okay wigs and they were on sale. And it still, for 3 wigs, it still cost me like, $60, $70.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
I bought-
finding cheap wigs. They're still like $30 a piece.
Thrift stores, sometimes you find a pretty good wig. It's kind of nasty because it's coming from a thrift store, but you just,
Yeah.
you
Just
forget
don't tell
about it.
Don't tell
Just
people
tear
you
it
got
out,
it at a thrift
Febreze
store.
that shit.
Yeah, my mom would never let me buy hats at the thrift store.
that is nasty. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I have, I don't know if I have any thrift store wigs.
You can
but,
find
I
hats
have-
that are clearly
2 of
new
those.
at thrift stores. Like hats that were like overstock hats or whatever. That's where I get my underwear.
Yeah.
They're stapled together in 6-packs.
Staple.
And you can be like, oh,
They're
yeah.
already stretched out for you.
Exactly. And people
Yeah.
are like, you got shit stains? I'm like, they're not mine, idiot.
Fooled you.
the whoever's initials are in these, they're their shit stains.
Where are you walking around though, where it's just in your shit stained underwear, where
Oh.
people are calling you out on it?
Well, I'm a go-go dancer.
Yeah.
So you wear used underwear.
Yeah. What else am I gonna wear? I'm not gonna buy. I'm not gay. I'm not gonna buy like a bikini brief.
Well,
Yeah.
you
I'm just gonna wear my regular beef.
You might want to wear something.
Just regular beef on.
my bikini beefs.
That'd be
Oh,
funny.
that's a good thing. Bikini beefs.
All right, bikini beefs.
It's a thin slice
We
of
have
meat.
so many ideas
Yeah.
from this one.
Oh
Bikini
man,
beefs.
we're just gonna have to make a collage of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a bunch of different colored index cards and tape them to my wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, make a chart or something.
Whatever. It's like, yeah, just make it look like I'm doing something.
This is my comedy calendar. Look how many writing things
Yeah.
I put on it.
yeah.
Put them up on your walls and then have those like yarn connecting all your ideas.
Oh, that'd be good. So it's like, all right, this string goes from Silly Billy Joel, and then connects
This is what it all means.
to fan bases.
This explains Bone Zone episode number 17.
Swamp Thing suit connects to tampon commercials.
These are all ideas that are going to be on South Park next week.
Oh man.
I don't think to go back to that. There's somebody that I know that works on it in some capacity, but I've not seen him for like 7 years, so I doubt that any of that's true. I think
I know who that is.
They just looked at the Captain Kangaroo line and were like, let's make him look like Captain Kangaroo.
It's someone who's famous.
Yeah, but I don't.
Davey's friend that he hasn't talked to in a long time.
I've not
I
touched
think I know
base
who
with
it
him.
is.
He's famous as hell.
Yeah, I don't think you should name names.
Alfred Molina. Let's just say it. It's Alfred.
Whoa, look
Molina.
at that.
Oh, that's like one of
Oh
the.
wow!
That's like one of those pictures from
fashion
the
photos.
late '80s.
Yeah, fashion photos.
Let's do a 3-way bro peck.
Okay.
Hold on.
Wait. So we have.
a family.
Hold on. Don't do it yet. Oh, I gotta get the proper music. Come on.
Oh, okay, yeah, wait, we should, yeah, let's all start from our original positions.
Okay.
And then we'll go
For the audio listener,
dejected.
fuck you.
For the audio listener, the three of us are going to give a little bro peck.
Using camera tricks.
using airbrushed.
Using camera tricks. Look, I'm all dejected.
Kiss me out of the bearded barley nightly beside the green grass. Swing, swing, swing the spinning step. You wear those shoes and I will wear that dress. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the
clutch.
We did it.
Brian was all breathing on my neck. Couldn't handle it. It broke the fourth wall.
Oh man, I gave someone the French cheek yesterday, and it was a girl.
Oh.
She was very freaked out. It was a girl in a relationship. She's in a relationship. Nah, it was a girl who has a boyfriend. It was Jocelyn Hughes. I was just like, oh, keep hugging me, and I was like, I'm gonna French your cheek, and then I went through my cheek, and she's like,
she's in a serious relationship, bro. You better be careful.
most definitely in a serious relationship.
Her boyfriend's gonna kick your ass.
I wasn't
dude.
trying to.
And if he
lose
doesn't,
her.
I'll fucking kick your ass.
I'll just do. Are
Are you guys friends with her boyfriend? You know who her boyfriend?
I've met her. I've met him a few times.
Met
yeah.
him.
You don't
Times.
know him to call him.
Really nice guy.
I don't know
We
to call
could
him.
call him and tell him and try and get
Call
him
him.
to beat up Davey.
Nah,
We can just call her and be like, put your boyfriend on the phone.
Could do that.
nah, it was all out of friendship. It was all out of friendship.
He's a
He's a
seems like
set
an
designer or
He seems like
something,
an
right?
understanding guy.
He like does like set dressing, set design, something for like
I do set dressing. I always have Italian, French, and ranch.
those.
And I'm always making killer
Thousand Island?
salads. Thousand Island
Blue
on,
cheese?
on
Thousand
Tuesdays.
Island.
Blue
Blue
cheese
cheese,
is
yeah.
Wednesdays.
Oh, it changes every day.
Yeah.
Well, I always have 3, and then there's certain days that I like to highlight one.
What
he
are
calls
the
it.
staples?
He calls it Randy's special.
Staples are Italian, French, and ranch.
No, staples are those things that you put.
Oh,
into
it's his
2 sheets
store.
of paper.
Sta-
Yeah.
What are you talking
They're
about?
the things in your underwear.
Well, I have to remove this one staple, and it's like a fucking industrial staple, and I have to
You
fucking take
can't
it
get
out.
it out?
It like breaks
Yeah.
your fingernail when you're trying to get it out of there.
It's thick. It's like they use a gun, I think.
yeah.
Yeah. And it fucking
So that's
sucks
still in
'cause-
your underwear now?
No, I take it out.
Pubes get
Six
caught in
pack.
it.
Listen, 6-pack, $1.99. Fucking hell of a deal.
Yeah.
There's always 2 pairs that unravel because of the staple. Like it cuts like a thread, and
Yeah.
then
An
after 2
essential
washes,
piece of elastic.
after 2 washes they unravel. But you can still get 4 good pairs, and that's a hell of a deal.
That's like 50 cents a pair of underwear.
Yeah, and you can generally shout out the shit stains, but
What do you mean?
You don't have
You just
to.
walk around being like, I got shit stains.
No,
Is that
put
what
them
you
over
mean I
your
shout
head.
out?
it's a product. It's a
like
shout
when
out.
on the podcast,
put
you're
'em
like,
over your head.
I'd like to give a shout out to my shit stains.
Put them over your head the way you put
usually
on
give your shit
girls'
stains a
panties
shout
over
out.
your-
yeah.
No, it's a shout out. Shout it out.
Shout it out.
Speaking of shout out, one of the only on one of the episodes I talked about one of the only fights I'd been in.
Mhm.
One of the other fights was a guy who punched me on my face for no reason.
Oh man.
Well, maybe he probably had a reason. I don't know.
Did you reciprocate? Or, because it's not.
I was
a fight
not.
if you
I was
didn't.
talking to someone, and then he punched me without me looking. He like cheap shotted me. So then it took me to a knee, and I was like, I have to fight this guy,
Yeah.
right? So like, I was at a party in my friend's backyard, and it was a dude from a different town that I didn't know. So I had to like run at him and beat him up.
Mhm.
Not that I'm a tough guy, but that's what I did.
Yeah.
And I had him on the ground, and I was like punching him, and he ended up putting his finger in my eye.
Ooh, yeah.
Like even more cheap shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we had each other in a headlock, and then he eye gouged me, and so then I just kept like hitting him in the face till he stopped.
Wow.
Which sounds crazy.
Yeah.
It
No,
may
it's
it
the
may
way
have
it
been
works.
much sissier than I'm explaining.
Why did he
it.
punch you in the face, do you think? Just 'cause
I was
you look
talking
stupid?
to. Yeah, I think that's what he cited. I did look
cops took
really
his side.
stupid that night. The cops were like, "Well, look at you.
Booking
You,
you for
you fucking
stupidity.
look stupid as shit.
yeah. You're like, yeah, I don't punch you right now. You
Look
better
at your
get outta
stupid
here.
fucking haircut." I was like talking to my friend, and he like walked up and he was like, "Leave her alone, man." Like he was drunk, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, "We're just having a conversation. This is my friend."
Yeah.
And then he punched me in my face.
Oh, man.
But anyways, after it was like all over, he was really, what was that?
I don't know.
So had blood. His blood was like all over,
Oh,
like
man.
his shirt and my shirt, and
Wow.
I went inside the. Sorry, I keep getting interrupted by sidewalk walkers.
Jeez.
Should I tell him to shut up?
Yeah.
Hey, shut up! Shut up out there! Trying to tell a story.
I wish those girls had like bitchy sounding voices. I wish they would come back.
If I did it
One-
earlier.
Oh, yeah,
Again.
if we have the.
Should I run
internet.
Should we
there?
put him on a podcast?
No.
There's a lot of families that walk by, just so you know.
Well,
Just
those families should shut up.
They should shut up.
You're
They
walking
should know
by
that we're in
the
the bone
the
zone.
world famous Ice House. You're gonna hear some rude language.
Yeah, man. This story leads nowhere except for the point that my first reaction was to get the blood out of my shirt. So I went in the house and I found some shout
Oh.
And I sprayed my shirt to get the blood stains. It was a nice shirt.
Shout it out.
I shouted out, and as I was cleaning his blood off of my shirt, he walked by in the hallway. He was still at the party. We both kept hanging out. He walked by and goes, "Faggot!"
To you?
Oh,
Yeah, and I was like, "I just beat you up. What's your problem?" And then
You
like
should have held him down and fucked him, or like blew him.
Yeah, I was gonna say if
I
someone
did do
would
that.
punch me and it took me to a knee, I think my only recourse would be like, well, I'm just gonna act like I'm aggressively trying to suck his dick now and just try to get his pants down.
Or just act like you're
He's like,
praying.
no, until I just
Act like you're laughing. Is that all you got?
Yeah, my first reaction was just to act like I was praying. I was on one knee anyways.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was just giving thanks.
It's like a Tebow thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy, whatever. I saw him like a few weeks later at some park, and
Yeah.
he was still like taunting me. And I was like, I don't think you understand how
It's a
this
great
works.
idea.
Just like get your ass kicked and then
Yeah.
be like,
Oh, that'd be really.
"What's
Or
up,
just like to
pussy?
keep
What's
taunting
up?
someone, yeah.
Fuck you, man.
You never get the
I
best
dare
of
you to
him.
beat me up again."
Yeah. Do you don't know any information about the guy? Can we try to look him up? Get him on the phone.
The story was I played high school sports.
Yeah.
And I had two friends that went to a different high school in a different town. It was like 20 miles away, who I played sports with when I was younger. But then, whatever, as we grew up, they went to different high schools.
Different high school, what, like a retard school for different people?
No, I lived in one town and they lived in a different town.
Oh, okay.
When we were younger, we played on like a team that took from both towns or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, we grew up in high school. We played against each other in basketball and in soccer and whatever. And then this guy was a friend of theirs. So I showed up at a party who was a friend of mine. And then there was these two guys that I knew. I was like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And they're like, "This is our friend." And then that was the guy who punched me in my face for no reason. And so even when I was at the park, when I saw him and he was like taunting me, he was there. I had just said hi to my friends. "Hey guys, how's it going?" And then he's like, "Fuck you." It's such a weird, like, what is your problem? I guess if I like dug on like
Gotta know
Facebook,
that guy's story.
I could find those two guys. That'd be
Yeah.
fun. I should interview that guy.
Yeah, maybe it'll still elicit that same rage from him.
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, I was wondering if I could interview you. You fucking faggot."
I don't take interviews from stupid faggots.
Fuck you,
Punch you in the
dude.
face.
I could find those two guys on Facebook and then be like, "Remember that guy that I got in that fight with? What's
Yeah.
his story? Where is he now?"
Yeah.
I'll do that.
And then we can cite. That would be a good. I mean, it doesn't fit in the breaking a law or something, but you should record that.
I could get an interview
That'd be
with
a good
him
interview.
and then we can play the record.
Yeah.
Or we could just do it when we record the new Bone Zone on Tuesday. You can find his info and we can call him
And set
from
it
here.
up. I'd tell him that I'm going to call him or whatever. I'm sure he's
Maybe, yeah.
level-headed. Well, you never know.
Yeah.
So he sounds pretty stupid right now.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not level-headed
You should
enough.
send him a friend request first.
I don't even know
And-
the guy's name. I'll have to
No,
figure
but get
out.
it from
Yeah.
your friends.
That'd be fun. Interview a guy that I fought with.
Yeah.
And who, like, there's what, 3 or 4 incidents you cited of him just calling you out? Like, he punched you in the face.
For no reason.
Then when you were cleaning your shirt, he called you a faggot.
Yeah, so he punched me in my face, and then after I was beating him up, he eye gouged me.
He eye gouged you.
And then
he
I was cleaning his blood up. He called me a faggot. And then I saw him at the park the next few weeks. There was like this big, they do like a concert in the park.
Yeah.
And
That's where you saw your friends?
yeah, it was like a bit. It's an event that everyone. It's like during the summer, everyone goes out and they have like
Yeah.
food vendors, and then some band plays. Yep, but it's weird, man. What a weird guy. And he was friends with 2 of my friends.
And he started it by initially telling you to, like, stop talking to your friends.
I was talking to a girl that I went to high school with.
Was he just attracted to her? Is that the whole thing? He just wanted.
We
to
were
have
having
kids?
like a friendly like argument. Like we were still good friends. We were like, "No, I don't think so. No, you shouldn't. No, I don't know."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Leave her alone, bro." And I was like, "You don't know what you're talking about, man. Get out of here. Like, this is whatever."
Yeah.
And then I kept having a conversation with her.
And then a
and then he like took a step away, like he was leaving, and then he punched me.
Turned back around to get a big swing.
It's the only time I've ever really been punched in the face.
Jeez.
I don't remember it.
Maybe that could be another one of our projects. We'll just randomly punch somebody in the face walking down the street.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
great idea.
Assault.
Do you ever,
That's
like,
good
if you're
luck.
walking down the street with a cup of coffee and there's somebody pushing a baby stroller
You just wanna
towards
pour
you,
it?
you just want to throw your coffee in
You
the
just
baby's
have
face?
the idea. Well, if you throw it like in the air and hard enough, it would like mist, and it would just
Yeah.
be like a really scalding hot like moment. It wouldn't be like permanent.
Yeah, you ever want to just
It'd be
do
crazy.
It'd be like a
do.
volcano.
big-
Well, not even hot, just the act of just like throwing a drink. Maybe not coffee.
Or doing
like
a big
you have
spit
when you
take
realize
into
like
the-
how much power you have in that situation.
leaning down and just spitting into the baby's face like a big.
Well, you're
spray
gonna
of
have to
spit.
deal with the parents. You know?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, they're pushing the carriage,
They'll
or
be
there's
sh-
gonna be an adult, who
Mama
sees
bear.
you,
You're gonna have to deal with
Maybe.
Mama bear
Yep.
or a maid.
or a man bear.
Oh yeah.
Or yeah,
Look for
LA.
someone who's obviously a nanny.
Yeah, then they won't have
Yeah.
that maternal kind of instinct.
I have
Yeah.
nannies that come in with their kids where I work, the kids that they nanny, and then they're the first to tell you that that's not their kid.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like, it's not my kid.
yeah.
Like, oh, he can't have that. He doesn't know how to chew food yet. He's really old though. It's not my kid.
yeah.
My
He's a
kid would know
choker.
better.
He's a choker.
Really?
Not my
is there,
kid.
Is there a kid like that who can't have food, but he's like 5?
Yeah. It's like, I just want
Only
a
in Los
sandwich. I
Angeles.
just want a sandwich.
He can say it like that.
I just want a sandwich.
He talks like that cartoon character, the puma.
Please,
Exit stage left even.
please give me a chicken breast arugula tomato sandwich, please. I know what all those things are.
But he doesn't know how to
And
chew
a
them.
delicious ciabatta.
I hate
Please toast it, please.
I hate kids that know more about food than I do. More about
Yeah.
different types of food.
Please give me a farro salad. Yeah. Grilled asparagus, delicious.
You guys don't even have any of that stuff, do you?
Fuck you. We got all sorts of shit.
Well, fuck. Should we call this another Bone Zone?
Yeah, signed,
Is
sealed,
there
delivered. I'm
something?
yours.
Is there what should we go out on? A big bang, as usual.
An episode of The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Oh, do we have the theme song to The Big Bang
Can we
Theory?
get it, like load it up right now? I feel like, how did I do? Was I okay? I feel like
Oh, we could have the post-mortem.
the postmortem. The
Why don't we just
postmortem.
critique me?
The
Okay.
postmortem.
How did I do? Compliment me.
Dave?
I mispronounced a few
Dave?
words.
Can I call you Dave?
Yeah, you can
Dave.
call me Dave. Like we're on.
I don't know,
Big
dog.
Time,
I just feel like, listen, dog.
Listen, I mispronounced like
it
at
was
least
really
2 or 3
good.
words.
I'm just not feeling it, dog.
Didn't have a lot of stories today. Didn't have a lot of stories. Brendon, I learned a lot from you.
I got to be honest. I don't agree with Randy. And I say, pack your bags. You're going to the Bone Zone. You're going to be on another episode of the Bone Zone, my friend. Yeah. Oh, hey, we should promote some
oh
stuff.
my god! Oh my god!
Oh, yeah. You got a scratch machine over there now?
Promo.
Oh yeah.
What are you
What
gonna
is
promote?
this song?
This is The Big Bang Theory.
Oh.
We've never seen an episode.
I've never
of
seen
that.
an episode
Me
of that
neither.
because it's on television.
Wait, let's
It's a
hear it
sitcom
again.
on
Can we
television.
start it over? I'm sorry.
Is this really it?
Yeah. It's really good. It's actually from the Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh, it sounds like that sounds like a Bare Naked Ladies.
Wow.
Wow.
I like
It's kind
the,
of
I
BNL.
Listen to those guys.
BNL, y'all.
I like when they might be giants.
For our
with the
Canadian
Malcolm in
listeners.
the middle. Malcolm
Yeah.
in the middle.
Yeah, they wrote that specifically for that.
Bare Naked Ladies. They're probably still famous in Canada, right?
Probably. I never really got into them.
I love
I
them.
don't know.
I was.
I'm the only friend. I'm not your only friend, but I'm.
That's the.
Yeah.
That's.
They might be giants.
They might be giants. Yeah, they're great.
Really?
Yeah. What do we have? Well, you guys. Well, this won't be out for this week.
Well, what do you have for people listening live? What do you have going on now?
I don't have anything.
What about next
Well, I
weekend?
got like.
I have a show next weekend.
We have shows tomorrow, M-Bar and the Improv Lab. But I'll be in Austin. I'll be in Austin I'll be in Austin April 25th through April 28th for the Moon Tower Festival.
Nice.
And then after that, I will be doing a little tour of Canada with Ari Shafir.
Oh wow.
We'll all be
May
dead Saturday.
2nd through 6th. So go to my website, BrendonWalsh.com. I have all the dates there. There aren't ticket links yet, though. But if you'll see what town you live in. And we're going to like Montreal and London and London, Canada. I guess it's a town in Canada. Toronto. I don't know.
Awesome.
What do we got? Every weekend, the Tomorrow Show.
Tomorrow show. This weekend we happen to be hosting.
Hosting
if
midnight.
If you're listening to this live, that means this weekend.
D. Valentine. April 14th is this weekend. We're maybe going to start doing a monthly show
Oh yeah, we're talking about doing a monthly show in a really like cool, weird space.
called The Door Knockers Live in Concert.
Live in concert
Every
A
week?
new monthly series.
monthly
Yeah,
show.
that's awesome.
Which will be. We have to figure out kind of what we're gonna do,
Low
but it'll
format.
be pretty experimental.
Yeah.
Have a few guests and just kind of fuck around.
Yeah.
Again, the Breaking the Law with the Door Knockers podcast
Yeah.
on iTunes.
Search it on iTunes. BTL, Breaking the Law.
BTL.
Do we have the
rank
theme
review?
song in the poster?
Also, next week, if you live in Los Angeles. What's that? Oh. Next.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I didn't. I know. I was just asking you if you had it.
Oh, yeah. Let's slow that down real quick.
You got like one of those DJ Doug.
wow.
I don't know how many people listen in Los Angeles, but next week, next Friday. What's the date? Next Friday. Oh shit.
It's toward the 13th. Oh no, that's
20th.
this Friday.
20th.
20th. UCB, Upright Citizens Brigade Theater, 7:00. Writers Room with Jimmy Pardo.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing a set on
right.
that show. It'll be fun.
It's going to be fun. And if you guys are here tonight, Randy's doing a show tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm doing it. If you're listening to this right now, head on down to Bar Lubitsch.
Again, tonight is Thursday right now.
And buy us wigs on our Amazon wish list.
Yeah, we'll put some wigs.
We'll
on
wear
there.
wigs. We'll
wigs
wear
on there.
whatever wigs
Oh
you
my
buy.
God.
Amazon wish
We'll
list.
have
The
brand new
Bone Zone.
characters for you. Well-developed characters.
Yeah.
Good job, everybody. Try to get a sassy red one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take us out, Red Band. Come on.
Great job, Bozo!